Hello, everyone, and welcome to a special crossover event here with Dreams of Silver and Stone. You see, there's a couple of new faces, and I do want you to look at them and realize your eyes do not deceive. These are Sparrow's cast members that are now aboard the Dreams train to victory.
All aboard!
E-victory? Is
Da-
that when
It's like the
landlords
internet.
win election court?
Oh, no.
Crazy train. Okay.
That was slightly off.
It was
but
bad.
The effort
I
was
was
fabulous.
I chickened out
It
halfway
was
through.
an attempt. We'll take it.
So
I like that. It was an attempt. Yes, we can all agree on that.
we're gonna go around the
I'll
table.
do
We're gonna
this
introduce
stuff.
who we are, who we're playing, and just describe a little bit about our characters for those that may not know, just in case. And we're gonna start off tonight with Sinan. You're up first, Mr. Patchy, Mr. Silverback, Mr. Soulless.
Just a brief description of who I am or the character. Okay.
Yeah.
Hello, everyone. My name is Sinan, and I play now Patchy, formerly known as other names that we don't need to get into right now. Is one of which Ty said. Who knows why? Whatever. It's Patchy. My name is Patchy. Always been Patchy my whole life. So. And who is a Brewster, which is something like an alchemist, just make crazy potions that make all sorts of side effects. Sorry that my light is even super weird now. And yeah, I used to be apparently I used to be what were those the sticks in their skull? Vincier, but high level one that has been is the mind behind a lot of our war weapons apparently, and might have also inevitably led to a huge bomb that decimated the whole city, and that might be also the other bomb that's going to decimate another city, which is not something I like. And I'm just trying to secure the genophage, okay? It's not easy. It's not my fault people are taking my research and turning it into bad things. As those are Ty's characters, don't blame me. God damn it, that light really threw me off.
My character.
You did good rolling with it, though. Well done.
Yes, well done, even during the crazy. All right, well, we'll move on from there over to Nova. Shannon, who are you? Who are you playing? Give us some small details.
I'm Nova. I'm Shannon. My light is securely duct taped to the wall. And yeah, I'm a Nova, an elf, as it were. I don't know what kind, because my mom is Alice McCree, who's an Archon at the university. My adopted mom. And let's see, I don't know. I might be a princess or some sort of royalty. We don't know. Nova seems interlaced with like everything in the Aether sphere. Yeah, that's about it. There's a lot of question marks and not fully filled out tick boxes for Nova.
That's true.
Stay tuned to find out.
Stay tuned to find out. There's 5 cheers that have just come through from Sanctum Cosmos.
Yay!
Everybody gains an ace for tonight's events.
Thanks, Anna.
And we'll move to Gwen at this point. You are frozen on screen, but she assures us that we can hear her talking.
I certainly hope so. Hi, everybody. The frozen person on your screen is Gwen, also known as McSherry, usually over there in the chat on Thursdays. And getting to kind of have a little bit of fun bringing B into this new group, a new world, planet-bound and ready to go for some shenanigans.
Well, I'm looking forward to the shenanigans you might get into.
Mwah.
And Agile Mech, you shut up. I had 5 minutes to put this on at a whim. Moving right along to Nora. Zedadine, Clarion Bell.
Hey, I'm Nora, aka Zedadine. Tonight I'm playing Clarion Bell, your Tinker medic, who likes to... Ty, are you checking your makeup in the camera?
Yes, sorry about that.
I was wondering. Clarion Bell, who likes to take apart machines and meat bodies and put them back together in fun and new configurations. This is not going to go poorly at all.
I see no problem with this.
No problems there
Hmm.
whatsoever. And last but not least, Steven, Kaizen, Abraxas, Aiden.
Yeah. Oh God! Hi everyone, I am Steven. I play Aiden, who is an Imni still mind. Usually should be a lot stiller, but yeah, kind of have the god of death and life in my head, and I've done some bad things that I don't remember for him. Maybe they weren't bad, but knowing Tyson, they're probably bad. And yeah, that's where we are with him, trying to find his world that's lost in time, and he is just out there finding his way with his trio in his head.
This will be interesting to see how it plays out this evening.
Wasn't his trio down to 2?
Yeah, but myself included. 3.
Oh.
It was like 4, and if you count the B, 5. So thank God we're going down a few.
The B was never in your head.
Well, when it bored in there to take Sylvia out, but other than that,
Oh, that's
yes,
right.
true. And he could hear me, my thoughts, and I could hear his thoughts. So, kind of.
Wow, I missed some things.
There's so much.
It's a lot. Yeah, it was a lot.
These shows, if you miss an episode or two, you need to catch me up pretty.
Or you
bad
take a
at it.
pee break, and it's like, wait, Red Iron is dead?
What?
I'm just
Spoilers.
saying we need a BB scene.
A BB scene, yeah. The bee
BB scene.
has traveled on to return to the dragon rider egg person that hangs out and talks lullabies to dragons. Yeah,
Maz?
Maz Harbitar.
Really, the bee left, but it was like a leaving that looked a lot like death, and it was like very sad.
Yeah, then we were
It
told he was
moved
sleeping,
on.
The bee
and now he's moved on.
is not a
was
physical
told-
being. It manifested a physical body temporarily to provide you what you needed, and then it has now since returned to Maz.
So physical body's gone, which means dead. Okay, yeah.
Shut up,
In the
Sinan!
same
It's
way-
safe. It's happy.
It's
safe with Mom.
It is dead in the same way that Caleb Wesley's dead.
Oh.
Wasn't a big portion of Caleb's story
Harsh.
finding out that, like, once you're dead, you're gone, and that there's no such things as ghosts.
Except that he
I
became
mean-
a ghost after he went.
Yet he
I
was.
have a
Never
random
mind.
wizard.
Anyway. Okay. So, hi everybody. Last time we left off here, we'd had a fight go on inside of a warehouse where Patchy was rescued from the Vincier. The Vincier themselves had already been setting up a bunch of explosives they had unwittingly developed or sort of assisted Patchy in redeveloping the chemical agent that he used to melt a city in his backstory in the past, in a place now called the Mess that you may have seen in a previous episode. They now have that and the polyactually potion that Patchy himself devised as well, allowing them to hide in plain sight as dwarves, as security officers of the city, things like that, and have now infiltrated Fort Mesa, a rather large city, and are placing bombs all through it that will eventually melt everybody there. Unless this crew can make it to Eidolyn and create a suspension that will neutralize the toxic agent, which they hope to be able to do as quickly as possible. But unfortunately, they didn't know if they were going to make it in time, so the party has split. 2 of them have traveled to Fort Mesa to warn the authorities as best they can. The 2 that are most likely able to, one of them a noble woman, one of them a dwarf, so the peacekeepers are more likely to even listen. And everybody else has turned to head back to Eidolyn, which is where Nohu and Kaizen had kind of stumbled upon in their adventures, we'll call it.
Killer robots is what I remember from that episode.
And there was, unfortunately, some killer robots inside of that facility, yes. Seems like they'd been there a while, so wonder what that's all about. Anyway, at this point, they are racing breakneck speed inside of a stolen jalopy that they've paid 200 silver to travel across country towards Eidolyn, bouncing to and fro inside of this thing. It is no longer the peaceful, calming, making you want to kind of fall asleep because it's just this nice natural vibration type ride. Rather, this is a jouncing, jostling, bouncing around, splattering muck and mud, thunderstorm and rain flying all
Sounds like a
around
good
you
time.
type of ride. So what do we see?
Steven's favorite type of ride.
What do we see the three of you doing as for not the
Bumpy and filthy.
for not the most you could count on more than one hand how many times your head has just bounced off the top of this carriage, which is not padded in the interior. It is all metal. Nova, so you just bang, and like stumble around holding onto the seat. You think that maybe it would be good if they had, I don't know, some sort of safety mechanisms attached to these seats. You don't know.
She invents seat belts. Well, we're just bouncing.
You're bouncing
along.
around the car, moving very quickly. What do we see of the three of you sitting in the back as you're able to have a small amount of time to think for yourselves?
Well, it doesn't seem exactly relaxing, though.
No.
So what are we going to be expecting when we get here to the Eidolyn or whatever it was?
Well, there's going to be a cave, and then inside the cave there are going to be plants, and I don't even know if the plants are going to let us pass again, if they have a memory, if they're going to know who I am. I don't know. There's an artificial star down there that know who made. Again, I don't know if it's still burning or not. And a chasm that we have to cross. And if we can get across the chasm, there's a hole that's been made by said plants that will get us into a very, very, very confusing maze with fountains and features and the robots. And if Sylvia's there, she's not going to be very happy because we bore her out of my head.
So, they're plants. What? So we'll burn them?
No, they were nice plants. Don't be rude.
Well,
I mean, if they're
let
this,
us in. We were trying to go in. If they don't let us in, what do we do instead?
Maybe they'll be happy with their sun still and basking in their sunlight. I don't really know, honestly. It's a very, very confusing place.
Wait, Ty. Would I believe that ties can, the plants can talk, or is this like an animal can talk to animals thing? Like, would I believe that as well?
Give me a brains roll.
Because apparently I don't believe animals can talk, so...
Yeah. Despite so much evidence to the contrary.
Well, I
With
rolled
a
a 1.
five.
What can I say? Ty told me I can't believe it.
With
What?
a 5, the only thing you can think of is there are lots of plants out there that have things that are bordering on communication through like chemical outputs and inputs, so they can trigger things through their root systems that allow other plants to be aware that like insects are near or danger or fire, but that's not actually communicating.
Oh,
Well,
wait, I made the star. Maybe they'll think I am their god.
they're just plants! What do you mean?
Well, if Nohu was here, you would know quite the different, because he spoke to those plants, and those plants did what he asked.
Wait, you're believing what Nohu said? Oh my god! Okay.
He literally talked to them, they had some demands, we met said demands, and then they opened our pathway. You explain it then, if he wasn't communicating with them.
For a scientific guy, you're not very open to new information.
Are we talking about the
That's a
same
valid
Nohu?
point.
Like,
Perhaps this
you know,
ride will knock a little sense into you.
That thinks he's the famous explorer! I'm sorry, the dice are telling me to think this way.
Be careful about how you talk with my best exploring buddy.
Who has evaporated.
Hey,
You're
yeah.
speaking ill of the evaporated.
I will
Bad
admit,
Speaking ill of
Nobu's
the-
scientific significance. Like, he's a great test subject and whatnot. Like,
You really need to
That
figure out
did-
how to not reduce your friendships to whether you can or cannot experiment on them.
Do you have empathy? Is that something that exists
Yes,
in
I
you
do.
at all?
I just also
No.
think my friends have a lot of benefit to give to the entire Aether sphere. That's me thinking.
Dastardly rat.
Everybody in the
So you're
car,
only into friends with benefits. I get it.
everybody in the vehicle,
I
roll
also like
agile at this
talking
moment as
sometimes.
the brakes are slammed on so hard that you all become a little airborne inside the cabin.
Ruh-roh.
Phew, the only one that's succeeded here is Kaizen. So Kaizen, you kind of hold onto something real quick as both Nova and Patchy just start bouncing off of the metal railings inside and smacking their face up against the like little glass partition where the automaton is on the other side of it. So as you two smack into that, kind of shake your heads. Both of you temporarily have one distraction from the injury. and the scene fades for a moment.
Did it knock sense into you?
We see ourselves on the back of a lurching and tossing vessel in the air. Airborne, the ship, the Archimedes printed on the side, giant turbines on the edges of it, just kind of lifting and swaying this thing inside of a powerful thunderstorm. As it's moving through this storm, jostling to and fro, there are strange flashes of light and some sort of objects in the clouds that very briefly appear and then disappear. We see Clarion on the deck kind of trying to figure out what these things are next to Amos, their large security officer, Lesrin, as B is also standing up there navigating and trying to tell their pilot, their Captain Lefaernea, how to maneuver through this thing that keeps changing, and all of your calculations are becoming very frantic, B. And when suddenly a massive bolt of lightning shatters into the deck, exploding outward, and Clarion is airborne with Amos. Clarion, as you kind of twist and try to grab and try to quickly grapple onto something, you notice that your circuitry has been hit with so much lightning that it is non-reactive. And as you're spinning end over end, you see Amos flying behind you. He ends up grabbing onto a bit of railing and trying to hold onto you, but misses. B, you slide across the deck, and you see Amos dangling by just a few fingers, about to fall to his doom. Clarion, nearby, flipping through the clouds, disappears below. And the only thing you can think is you have to save them, with Zep standing beside you. He just states to you, "I know what you're thinking. Don't!"
We have to, Zep. They're our friends. Come on, let's get them.
Fine, jump into a thunderstorm. See what I care.
Okay.
No, I didn't mean that. And B leaps off the side, and there's a gust of wind, and Amos tumbles onto the deck, spinning over onto his shoulder. And you see the vessel spinning behind you as you start going end over end through the air beat. As you dive down further, you see Clarion there just kind of sparking, and her limbs are kind of shaking as she's trying to use them and trying to get to her Tinker's assistant on her back who might be able to help in some way, turn on the rockets, whatever it is that is necessary to do. So you dive down towards her. Give me an agile roll as you attempt to grab a hold of Clarion. If you're able to do that.
I think it'll let me.
There you go. All right, with a 16, you zip through the air, you grab a hold of her, and Zep just floating alongside, a bunch of wind twirling around you, some of the storm moving aside. You're stunned for a brief moment as you look up and you see a huge and monstrous object that should not be flying, botanical and surrounded in these small glowing objects that are spinning past it, flying straight up towards your ship. For just a moment, you stare at this, and then as you start spiraling back towards the ground, you notice that Clarion's limbs are completely locked. What do you do?
Oh no. Come on, Clarion, we've got to land. What can I do to help? I saw a thing once where there was a robot that couldn't move, and they had an oil can that you had to use.
Get out of my head.
Is there an oil can, or maybe Sheldon can help? And she'll try to access Sheldon and get him out.
So you go to trigger Sheldon. Did you set this up so that Sheldon could be activated by others, Clarion?
Yeah, I think she would have.
All right, so
But
Sheldon.
then-
It
Gave
would
a
be
+1 to
biometric,
Clarion.
so it would be registered to just the sparrows.
Okay, so you activate Sheldon off the back, and Sheldon just goes, "Excuse me. Oh, you seem to be falling. Can I help you in some way?"
Yes. Clarion, she can't move her arms and legs, and we have to stop falling. I think I can help with the stopping of falling because of air and stuff, but I can't help Clarion. Can you?
Most certainly. She seems to need a slight reset. And you see him move down to her spinal column. A bunch of little connectors come out, and then you see system shutting down, Clarion, as it turns off. And then you have a reboot screen come up. Clicking noises happen. And then your systems turn back online. And now you can feel that you're falling. And your limbs start flailing around you as you're just careening out of the sky like a comet made of metal.
Clarion, you're back. Are you okay?
Oh my. And then you see a box with also equipped with jet jumps zooming down from the Archimedes as Clarion's boo-boo box automatically responds to her going offline and comes down and swoops under her, and Sheldon latches on to B with his grappling hook, and she activates the jets on both of them.
All right, give me a brains roll as you attempt to connect your jets basically to you and to B. Nat 20. All right. Would you like to successfully get a hold of her in a way that means neither of you take any damage, or do you want to land in a way that doesn't put you in danger? One or the other.
I'll take danger, so I'd prefer to avoid damage.
All right.
For right now.
So these jets kick on, grabbing a hold of the two of you. Grapples go out and get a hold of B. You're now like drifting through the air, and then suddenly it's almost like parachute style. They pull against you, and you begin drifting down towards the ground. Still a little too heavy for these things to carry upward, but you're able to go down towards the surface. And as you are dropping, you're noticing these massive mushrooms around you, this large forested area. The rain coming down is so strong that it's like causing your optical sensors to have problems, Clarion, on occasion. B, you have to wash a lot of water out of your face. Your hair is doing that whole like so matted wet that it just drips down into your like shirt and everything.
It's the worst.
Yeah, the horrible feeling. And as you are coming down towards the ground very quickly, you notice that there is a huge expanse of swamp water, swampland, and your sensors start picking up that this is very soft and very deep below you as you're looking at it, Clarion.
B, can you and Zep boost us out of the way?
Of course. Zep, let's do it.
Certainly, yes, yeah. Well, let's do that.
Roll magical for me. As you attempt to use Zep's wind, and suddenly you're gusted aside very rapidly. Your jets keep both of you up, Clarion, but as the two of you start coming down very rapidly, you skid to a halt. And as you're standing there, you immediately hear the blasting blare of a horn as a vehicle comes up over a bump and is like running right down on top of both of you.
I wonder who that is.
Oh,
You
no.
have a split second to avoid being smashed into by a car, by a
Grab B and roll.
auto carriage. All right, give me an agile roll as you attempt to get out of the way.
I'm going to use some +1s on this because I feel like I'm going to need it.
And that is an 11. With an 11, I'll give you a choice. You either going to take the damage yourself, or you're going to be able to roll aside, and B is going to have to make her own roll.
I think Clarion would take the dip.
Okay. The vehicle comes careening over this hill, blares a horn very rapidly, and then it slams into Clarion and stumbles to the side as the vehicle driver, the automated driver, slams on the brakes as hard as they can. Smash! Glass shatters and goes everywhere. And you're going to take some damage now. This is enveloping damage. You choose where it goes. But you're hit by a full-speed automated carriage for 26.
I'm assuming we're in the
You did not see this happen yet, yes. Clarion, where do you wish to take those damages? Do you want to take some wounds to absorb some of this?
It's saying my core HP is at 9 out of 27 because I took a couple hits last time, right?
You were hit by lightning on the back of the ship.
Right, so I'm going to have to take some wounds.
All right, so 5 points per wound. And there's a heal provided to you by Sanctum Cosplays.
Aww.
Thank you, Anna.
That does give you back 3 more health. That'll put you at 12. And then that means with 26 damage, there's another one from Caleb's tier.
Thanks, you guys.
That one's 9 health back, so that's 21. All All right, you only need to shirk off 5 points of damage. That's 1 wound, and you'll be at 0, or you can cut it down a little bit more than that.
I think we're gonna do left arm again, because it keeps on. I never got that full refit
All right.
that I needed, so the socket's a little loose. And definitely like one of her legs got crushed.
All right. So we'll say left side. So you got hit on the left arm, left leg. That's 10 damage down, and you just got another heal.
You got another heal, yeah.
So there's another 9 health coming to you. We'll say
Robbie.
after the fact. So
Rob,
with 16
Felicia,
minus 9,
JK,
that's 7.
Clarion, I'm not a cat.
That leaves you at 20 health with the 2 wounds. So bang, you roll end over end and slide into the muck and knock B aside. B, you spin to the side, covered in sludge, mud, dirt, filth, whatever. And this car comes to a stop. The horn kind of blaring, lights kind of flickering in the darkness. Wow.
Excuse me? You just hit my friend. Who are you?
So the driver of said vehicle the windshield just kind of slides down.
Excuse me, citizen. You are standing in the road. I needed to be on my way. You are not authorized to be in this position. Move aside.
Can I pop out the window?
Yeah,
Like
you
the
can start rolling the window down to look outside, bruise on your head, and you see. What do you see? B, describe yourself, what you're doing, what you look like, as Nova looks out the window.
B is the epitome of offended 12-year-old right now. She is standing covered in mud with poofy sleeves and a very stylish vest, and she looks like a wet dog in human form, and she is angry. Who gave you the authority to tell me that I'm not allowed to be here?
Hello?
You see a woman leaning her head out the window. What do you look like as you're looking at her right now?
A bit disheveled from having bonked my head, so just a little more looking like clueless than normal, and amused and concerned at the adorable angry child in the middle of the muck that we may or may not have just run over. Also, I can see Zeb.
Yeah, standing beside this little indignant figure, tethered to her via this like tendril genie style almost, is a huge, behorned, powerful-looking Eternal that seems to have wind just whipping around them.
Who's telling you can't be here? Is that guy behind you? Is he messing with you?
No, the driver is telling me that I can't be here, and he hit my friend. She's very hurt.
Oh my gosh!
Clarion is picking herself up from the mud with her 2 functioning limbs.
You see an automaton rise. It goes from black muck monster to like shiny metal bits as the rain washes off the mud.
Patchy, Kaizen, there's a robot lady and a small child with a big elemental person out there. Oh.
What?
Also,
Something smells delicious.
What?
Kaizen, you sound weird. There's outside. I'll be right with you. Outside.
What? That's delicious. Which part of
I
that?
didn't say that. That was Abraxas in here. There's an
a-
Eternal close. Remember who likes to eat Eternals?
So Kaizen, as you look out the window, Abraxas
Just grab faces. and push them
doesn't
out.
say that. He says
Oh God.
Zephyrian.
Zephyrian.
He recognizes the Eternal there.
Is it? Excuse me, child. I'm very sorry that you've gone through this with our driver and hitting your friend. Zephyrian, does that ring a bell?
What do you know about Zeb?
Let's just say I have a little insight.
Hey, so is your friend actually like super hurt? Because we could totally table this conversation. You guys could come in here and we can help you out.
She's very hurt.
Claran is just she's moved to the side of the road. She's sitting on the boo-boo box and she took out her artisan's tools and is already working on fixing her arm as best she can.
Ratchet.
Does she recognize this part of Miocenis and what the laws are here?
Give me an awareness roll to see if you'd be aware. This is kind of backcountry at the moment. So the laws are a bit confusing on Miocenis right now. There's a set of laws for the Empire and a set of laws for the citizenry. When it comes to these transportation vessels, they are not to be disturbed by anyone other than nobility and law enforcement, including being in their path.
Excuse me, automaton.
Yes, how might I help you?
Him. Gotcha.
As a sovereign citizen of the nation of Bel, I enforce my own laws, and I deserve to be on this road just as much as you do. You were correct to come to a stop.
I
there a
did
house
not come
called
to
Bell?
a stop. I abruptly ended my transportation of these important individuals.
Important. Oh, who are they? Where are they going?
They are nobility, and they deserve to be delivered to where they are. They should. I seem to have become slightly damaged in the impact with you.
Maybe you shouldn't go around hitting people then, huh?
Maybe you shouldn't go around walking in the dark, in the rain, on a pathway made for vehicles.
We weren't walking. We were flying, and then we landed here. It's not my fault.
We have
Did you-
little choice in the matter, Sir Automaton. May I have access to your circuitry?
You may
No!
not. No one is allowed access to the circuitry aboard these automated carriages.
It'll
I
explode.
would like to repair you and to free you from your restrictive programming.
I don't know if you're listening, robot lady, but he will explode if you mess with his stuff.
Also,
touchy.
we're
That's
kind of on a
fine.
race against time here, so
We
can
can
we
go.
just like you can fix yourself in the car, and then once we get there, you can do whatever you want with this robot thing. Once we get there, do whatever you want with it.
You see
What Patty
the
said.
automaton like turns his head all the way around and opens up a little inner window to speak with you.
Are you saying that we are taking on additional passengers? Normally that will be an additional fee at the time of delivery.
Well, we're going to the same place.
Yes.
How do you know that?
If that person does the freeing thing, and if this thing blows up, does that mean we don't have to pay it? Like you said, if it blows up.
It means you lose the deposit at the very least.
It's not our money. It's fine, but we do need. You guys can hop on in. And the reason I said we're going to the same place, Tyson, was I was not talking to you. I was talking to the robot and answering his question.
Oh, so they're just gonna right.
They're getting in if they want to get in. But we gotta go.
Yeah, and then free this thing as much as you want.
Even
Free Trojan, whatever. Yeah, let's go.
Just inviting
Clarion
them
starts getting in
Don't
the
even know who they are.
carriage.
All right. So Clarion walks over to the carriage. The door just kind of comes open partially and then gets stuck.
B looks up at Zep and says, "Maybe you should be outside that carriage.
He can
That
come in.
that person knew your real name."
I am a little concerned. They're all strange individuals. I am not certain I like the way that they look. There is a great power emanating from the dark-skinned elf and the lighter-skinned elf. And the Skixon
Very
is insane.
reductionist descriptions.
This Skixon is insane.
I can't argue with any of those descriptions, Zep, but Clarion's already getting in. I have to go with her and keep her safe.
Then I will.
I want you to stay safe too, though.
I will be very nearby. Just let me know if you need my help.
I'll call you.
While
Thank
this
you,
is
Zep.
happening, I want to see the heart too, to see if they are disguised, if they have good intentions.
So you can't read Clarion, but you can read B. Beatrix, what are your current intentions? As he just looks like at you and then suddenly knows.
To keep Clarion safe and help her get back to the ship.
So you know that there's a vessel involved that they have recently no longer been part of, and they're trying to get back to it in some way.
Okay. I've got a good feeling about them. I feel better. Come in, come on, come on.
So Clarion climbs inside and sits inside of this little booth. The carriage is not really meant for more than like 4 people, so as you all crowd in a little bit, it gets a little
Make it a
tight.
little cozy.
B will look at each of the new people, decide that Nova is the one she feels most comfortable with, and say, I can sit on your lap if it helps.
You look at the bedraggled and incredibly damp child.
Who is a 12-year-old child, correct?
Yes.
Who is wet and damp
Yes.
and has just asked me to sit on my lap.
Yes.
I
Accurate.
will, of course, let her. Yes. Yeah, sure. If that makes you feel better. Are you cold? Like I can take off my coat or get you dry. And where's your big friend?
He's staying outside for now. He didn't feel comfortable.
It is really.
I'm okay though.
Okay.
Thank you. My name's B. Who are you?
I'm Nova. This is Kaizen, and that's Patchy.
B will shoot Kaizen a confused look because she's still not sure she trusts him, and then fixate on Patchy. Wow. Can I boop your snoot?
What? No. What kind of question is that? You can't boot the snoot.
It'll be really gentle, I promise. You're adorable.
It's true, you are. Let her
What?
boop your snoot, Patchy.
Adorable. I'm a mad scientist. My name
Let her
is
boot
here
the
to
snoot
all
so
the
we can
enemies
get
of
on the
Styx.
road.
Damn snoot.
No, I can do it.
I think it is best to submit since Beatrix is very persistent.
This one makes sense.
Logic.
I promise to be
I'm
gentle.
just going to go into this corner and prepare.
We are literally stuck in a box, and none of us can move away from each other because there's no room.
I'm gonna summon my cauldron and just like fixate on that and pretend to not hear anything.
He like pulls a cauldron out of thin air, and it covers all of your knees and that space that's just between all of you.
No.
Excuse me, I would like to use that space to repair my leg.
That seems more reasonable, Patchy.
Fine, I'll do it on top of my lap.
And suddenly he's like wearing his cauldron on his chest as he's holding onto it.
Nova, is he having a meltdown again?
I think he's just like anti any kind of innocent affection.
Just a...
I know, just a quick boop.
I understand anything about a boop. Never
know.
mind. Can we go now, please?
You can boop my snoot, although it's not as boopable.
Oh, thank you. And
There's
she will
a
literally just reach up
complication.
and boop.
As you reach to boop and you get ready to boop Nova's nose, the carriage bumps and you fly forward, rolling over top of Patchy's cauldron, and your finger goes right onto his nose and inside of his nostril.
You
I am so sorry.
I'm not some cute little hamster. God damn it! We used to be things. When I used to be a halfling, and now look at this. I'm being treated like a damn hamster.
But it's not in a vial. It'll drive him mad.
Oh yeah, keep that.
Oh, okay. I am so sorry. I do believe that consent is very important.
It was an accident.
You can boop me in return. Will that help?
I don't want to boop no one's snoot.
We
And I don't want my
room to be
God damn
booping
it,
each
this
other.
light.
Let's go.
Calm down, Patchy. You're making the lighting go weird.
You're making the lighting go all weird. I'm just trying to reclaim my old pride. Look at the thing the Empire turned me into something. I didn't used to have a snoot. Now they're talking about my snoot.
I have a feeling you always had a snoot.
So,
I would agree.
What is an anti-Empire Skixen and 2 elves doing riding in a carriage that is ostensibly for nobility?
Elf?
You know, that's the start of a very good joke. No, the elf. Remember? Yeah, we're elves.
Right.
All hail the Empire. Woo, Empire, great. No,
I am
didn't
no
mean
fan
that.
of the Empire. Do not get me wrong.
Oh, yeah.
We,
Oh,
we are
right,
planning
right.
on burning it to the ground, actually.
Do either
Well, then
one
let
of
us
you
tell you a story on the road.
Before you go, before we continue forward, Clarion or B, do either one of you have your symbology for the sparrows on you?
Yes, B would.
Where do you usually keep that? Where do you usually keep that, by the way?
I would imagine that she has it in her buttons.
Okay,
So the buttons of the vest.
Nora gets an ace from Temporal Mechanic. What about you, Clarion? Do you have like a stencil of the sparrow's iconography?
I think
somewhere
she would
upon-
keep something like this under her lapel.
Okay, so it's hidden most of the time. So yes, Nova, as this little one goes back to your lap, you can't help but notice the sparrow's icon on the button on Beatrix's shirt.
Where did you get that?
What?
The button.
They got sewed on my vest a few years ago.
Who sewed it on your vest? I mean, what did you get on your vest? Are you? Where did you find that?
It was made for me?
Are you being elusive on purpose?
Perhaps. I've never been asked about my buttons before.
I'm sorry. I'm asking because I happen to maybe know or have been affiliated with folks who also have that button.
You're a sparrow too?
Sort of? Yes. Was under Captain Cal on the Zephyr.
You know the Admiral!
He's an admiral now!
Much
Yes!
to my chagrin, he appears to be, yes.
Good for him!
We just talked to him just before we came down here. You know him?
Yeah, I mean, I do. I mean, yeah, just vaguely in passing. I don't have a no, it's fine. Yes, he's very handsome. I mean, no, yes, I do. I do know him. Yes.
Watching for you.
He does not run a very orderly organization, although considering who the sparrows are and what they do, perhaps order is not for the best.
That's true. But that's why he has Cutlass. Cutlass usually helps him out with that kind of thing.
Oh no!
I
You
have
know
bad news for you about
Cutlass?
Cutlass.
What?
Cutlass recently passed away.
B will just put her head on Nova's shoulder and kind of...
He bravely died
Lean
in a
in.
conflict against an Empire bounty hunter.
We
Well,
killed her, and now we're going to burn the Empire to the ground.
Beatrix,
this
I've
went
told you
dark
not to
fast.
splab those plans to just anyone. Those plans are best kept secret until we can properly deploy them.
Nova is a sparrow.
I know the
Yes,
handshake
she
and
has not
everything.
signed on to the plan.
What, Patty?
Used to be a pirate.
I mean, briefly. We all had our first jobs, right? Yeah.
I've
Pirate
always
is an
been
honorable
this.
position so long as you follow the
We
code.
were terrible pirates, though. Like, we never got any loot or anything. It was just silly adventures where we were going, like, hanging out with Cal, basically, who was, like, going through this crisis of trying to figure out who he was, right? I have so many stories. Did you know he used to keep butterflies in the cabin?
He did?
He did!
He... The third
That's
rule, loot,
strangely
loot, loot,
tracks.
just because he never got any.
Got any what?
Loot.
Oh! Oh.
Yeah, sounds like a real incapable asshole. Whatever, okay, Cal, just throw it in.
Everyone, Patchy.
What an
Anyway, I am sorry to hear about Cutlass, and I have concern and I'm not saying it's, but burning the Empire to the ground. What does that mean? I mean, like philosophically, like politically speaking, you're gonna like battle them in the political arena, or
No, pretty much physically burning them to the ground.
The plan currently involves very large cannons and not much else. I am working on her with this.
Okay, because cannons are probably.
I have
the end of a lot of
illustrations. Would you
cannons.
like to see them?
Yes.
There is.
On the road. There's a
We're
whole
on
city is
the road.
jeopardized. Okay,
We're
let's
driving.
making
The vehicle
sure.
is driving at the moment as you're all
Okay.
bouncing down. So,
Apparently, Patchy gets a +1 for some reasons from Rob.
Reasons.
for
case
reason
nobody-
he got a plus
Reasons.
one
Reasons.
because of the reasons.
What reasons?
I mean,
Probably
it
because
came
he
from
mentally
Rob,
fucked you over the
so-
entire time last year.
Yeah, interesting. Well,
I mean that too.
So, B, as you're sitting there
Why
and
do I feel so connected to this cow person, even though he sounds
I don't know.
like an asshole?
You seem like to really care what we're saying about him, and you don't even know the guy.
I don't care about the guy. Also, for some reason, I don't know about this Cutlass person, but he doesn't sound like. Wait, my earphone fell again. He doesn't really sound like the person who was the organizer when you knew him, and that stuff happened later. But yeah,
He was the only voice of reason, actually. You were just.
never mind.
Cal was just mean to him.
I feel like Parlance was a better voice of reason. I can't believe I'm not saying that.
so moving along,
I don't know why. I know all these people,
old
but-
wounds and
So
injuries
what's the conversation to be
aside.
having with you, Patchy?
We see the vessel trundling along through the muck and the mire for a bit of time. And we return when you are having a conversation about what they're doing out here and why they're in this position. Who's the one to ask that question first?
Probably a more logical sort like Kaizen or Patchy.
Yeah, you're definitely wondering what an automaton and their owner or not. You're not sure what.
Don't assume.
Are in the middle of a swamp, in the middle of nowhere, and they have to be
Oh,
pirates
yeah.
without
By
a
the
ship.
way,
Yeah, wait.
Clarion introduces herself as Liberty Bell and says, "Just call me Bell."
Liberty
Yeah.
Bell.
It makes.
What
I
are
just.
two pirates doing out here? Like, I thought you guys did the whole thing of like sailing and this Aether sphere and like robbing other ships. What's this all about? What are you doing in Miocenis swampland?
To be fair, we never did any of that when I was a pirate.
We're
I
on
mean,
a classified.
I
mission
know.
for
I
loot.
wonder why.
Sorry, guys. Go ahead.
We're on a classified mission. For loot.
Classified.
Oh.
So you'll tell us that you're going to end the empire with giant cannons, but not while you're in the middle of a swamp?
She had drawings.
Did you see the illustrations?
To be
I
fair,
did,
Beatrix
yes.
was the one
I
who
like
told
your
me
use
that.
of color with the
Fantastic.
blood.
Thanks. That's my
Okay.
favorite part.
Mm-hmm.
Beatrix is rather skilled at portraying gore.
Yeah, the
It's a
depth
strange
is actually
talent.
really good. Mm-hmm. The shadowing, I can really feel the
God.
oozing death.
I feel like B would be exceptional at drawing that stuff because she's like taking notes while you're doing surgery and stuff.
Oh yeah. Well, and she's been drawing for at least 30 years. So, you know,
That's fair.
that's a lot
Yeah.
of experience.
If I had been drawing for 30 years, I'd be doing pretty good too. So, so you evade the question? Is that what I'm getting from
They
Clarion's
answered
response?
that it was classified. So,
Clarion's seeing how much you're going to push her.
well, if it's classified, why are you okay? Where are you going on? Why are you on? Is there any information you can give? I mean, what the heck are you doing on Miocenis?
Ah, well, the thing we want to loot is here.
Oh, is that
In the
what's
swamp?
classified?
The half of the planet is swamp. I think you will have to clarify.
This specific area of the
More
swamp?
like 98%.
A lot.
We were on our way to where the loot was, and then a giant octopusy monster that looked kind of mechanical was making a storm, and we fell off the ship, and here we are.
There it is. An accident. Okay, that's not
I absorbed
classified.
several lightning strikes. It was unpleasant.
Oh.
Well, good on you for still being alive. Okay, so we're accidentally on Miocenis, or the thing that you need to loot is here on Miocenis.
Our objective is on Miocenis, and we were en route when the accident happened.
So there's a monster, a tentacle monster up there.
Yes.
Yes.
Great.
with lots of little monsters too, but I didn't get to see those very closely.
As Kaizen looks out the window up into the sky, give me an aware roll.
Okay. Nat 20.
Wow.
20. Kaizen, I will give you two options, as usual. You will either see and know something about the thing in the sky, or you will be able to identify a potential weakness that is going to be happening with one of these things in the future.
Well, a weakness sounds helpful, doesn't it?
So,
That is what I'll go with.
looking in the sky, you do notice the shadows of something moving and writhing underneath the clouds.
Oh dear.
And you remember the last time, or the first time, or the time when you had to fight one of these things, that diving at it from above is about the only way you can pierce through some of the armor. If you have to do it by hand, you remember fighting one of these things in the skies above Sedna when you were older?
Uh-huh. Why are they here? You're right, it is up there.
The Sky
What?
Terrors
Shit,
rose
Nova, right
before
there.
the Sky Terrors rose before the giants came and eradicate the world.
These played an integral part in the destruction and, well, not destruction of my planet.
The end of time.
The end of time, actually. So I don't know why it would be here. Do you have any idea why it would be here? Is this part of your classification?
Maybe it just wants to end things kind of like we do.
No, Beatrix, I think we wish to continue things, but in a different form. It is revolutionary. This thing is destructionary.
Yes, they are very. Well, let's hope that we don't have to encounter it.
Machine-oriented, from what I could glimpse.
Oh, yes, they are. The good news is, though, I've actually fought one before in the future, and I know a weakness, so hopefully we don't have to encounter one, but if we do, we'll have a conversation, won't we?
Time
He
travelers.
talks kind of like Know Who does, Clarion.
Know Who? Wait, what? Know Who?
What?
You know
What?
Who?
Who?
When did you see Know Who?
Where's no who?
Where's my test subject?
He was on our ship, and he thinks that Carrot is him in the past, and Red Iron.
He's
Red Iron
alive?
is him in the future.
The creature known as Nohu, yes, is alive and aboard the Archimedes.
Oh,
ship.
my friend! I
He's
thought
my friend too.
he literally died in the cave we're going to, at least I thought.
He evaporated.
I didn't know that. I
No,
was never in that
strange.
room.
He
evaporated
appeared
on our
on the ship, and he had a big hole in his cheek from something.
Damn
Yeah,
him, I
but
need him to
he's
make me a new
okay.
sword. I miss him. He was my exploring buddy.
He was my test subject.
He
Yeah, but
made
we were never
this
gonna
sword
get
for
together.
me.
He is a rather gifted tinker when he applies himself. I can see why you would want a sword from him.
I mean, he almost killed me once with his tinkering and my bow blowing up, but yes, everything else that he's made has been stellar top notch.
Except
Where?
for the statue he brought to life with his piss.
You're being
Those were
very
plants.
pessimistic right now.
Wow.
Patrick.
No, it was a statue. I
Statue was
remember
the
it.
first
I was
time.
a statue. That's right. That's right.
No,
He hasn't told me that story
tracks
yet.
with
It's a
what
good
I've seen
story.
kobolds do.
So, question. What is it that you guys are going to go get? Something Know Who told you to go get? Is that why you're here?
No,
I
no,
think
who
it is
didn't
the thing
mention
that
it.
Nohu ran into. Well, perhaps the incident where he disappeared.
The gemstone that Nohu saw around the captain's
Oh,
neck. He saw the twin of it, and that's what you're going to go get.
This all makes sense now.
We
Okay,
didn't hear that. That was God.
I know,
Yes.
but
We don't talk to God.
Sorry. This all makes sense now, Stephen. So where we are going, it's rather extensive, and it's rather dangerous. But it seems we may need to be going. Are you
Kaizen,
going to the same place we are?
you are interrupted by Abraxas, who tells you they're searching for the Ion Stone. That's fine. Just stay out of your way.
Oh, you are going to the same place that we are going. Well, look at that.
Excuse
Isn't
me?
destiny strange?
That is.
Yes. He has
leap of-
voices in his head.
Are we? Where are
Yes.
you going?
Well,
Yeah.
you should ask Patchy.
It's a funny story, and you should refer to Patchy because, well,
He
And I look
tells
at
it
Patchy.
best. Plus, I never
Stared at him.
know what
We're
name
trying
he
to
wants
save
us
a
to use.
city from exploding by brainwashed extremists. Basically.
From what,
It's true.
Patchy? From what?
From a bomb.
Yeah, a bomb.
I think that Clay and Kiara were talking about that. Remember, Clarion? I mean, Belle?
Yes, they mentioned
Wait.
What did you just say?
What?
Clay.
we picked up passengers at our last stop. Clay and Kiara,
What?
Mm,
It's carrying
a
on!
dwarven man, and a human woman.
Did they
Kiara's
rob you?
very pretty, and Clay felt kind of like a dad. I don't know. I got
Yeah,
dad
he's
energy
got the
off of him.
vibe. Yeah, totally.
He really
absolutely.
does. So we all know each other, kind of. This is very strange.
It seems
Well-
the
Meant to be,
fates are
maybe?
intertwined.
My mom always said that her woo-woo was part of like the web of, I don't know, all this stuff's woven together. I
No, but I
That's-
would really,
Woo-woo?
really keep that thought to yourself.
Oh my god.
Woo-woo? Web?
The automotive carriage the automated carriage
It's gonna just be a bunch of dead people forever.
comes to a stop, and the robot, the automaton on the outside goes, "We have arrived."
So, just so you're all aware, there are robots that have been very ancient, apparently still technology in there, and hopefully Sylvia isn't there.
Wait, do robots
Did you
take...
say Sylvia?
Oh no.
Yeah, still
I did,
technology,
yes.
like bad.
As we see that,
I
as
don't know
she
if Kat
says
told
that,
you about them, but they're bad.
Is this another person that we all have in common somehow? Also, I don't know. Sylvia's finally. I feel like I'm
No, the
going to
sill, Patchy, the sill.
That's how you said Sylvia.
Well, they did. I'm assuming that's what...
Wait, didn't we talk about the Sylvia?
I think we talked about this.
as we see that, and as you all look out the vehicle doorway towards wherever this location is that Kaizen kind of pointed out, you see a dwarven excavation camp in the rain that seemed to be digging out the top of an old tower. And with that, the screen fades to black as we go to our break. And we're going a
already
little
to our
bit early,
break?
but we will be going
Early.
into some pretty big things here shortly. So thank you very much for watching, everybody. We'll see you in about 10 minutes. Hello, everyone. We have returned. And we left off with the carriage coming to a stop and ending on the edge of what looked like an excavation team out in the rain. I'll provide you all a map so you can see where you're at as you come stumbling out of the vehicle that is dented and bent.
What was that dwarf's name in WoW? That was all over everything. It wasn't Nessingwary or what was
Yeah,
that?
Hemet Nessingwary.
Hemet. Yeah. That's the vibes I'm getting, like World of
I
Warcraft.
can see that.
Yeah.
Yeah. Oh, Hemet. Hemet Nessingberry. So you step from the vehicle and you look over to the side. And in the distance, you all think maybe, you all being B and Clarion, you think maybe you saw the Archimedes in the sky above this area.
Can we see anybody?
You can see a group of individuals all dressed up in various wet weather garb kind of standing around. As you pull in the vehicle, it stops. The automated carriage driver just turns and goes, "Will there be anything else?"
No. You should drive away before people decide to explode you.
Thank you very much. I appreciate the service we were able to provide. Please, when you have a chance, come down to the offices in Doggetville and provide a survey for the quality of service provided by this poor automaton.
Don't try to run anybody over again.
Have a nice
and you should
day.
probably apologize if you want a
See
nice
the vehicle
survey.
like turns and begins peeling off. You see mud splatter all over Kaizen.
I
One
don't
star.
think the
Not want
testimonial
One
is going to be a
star.
positive one.
No, it's certainly not good.
I had a good time.
We have like actually freedom, so people wouldn't have gotten run over on the way back. I feel like the net positive of that is more likely, even if it's gonna blow up.
Nova, I did
Please
not intend to explode him. I intended to reprogram him.
But if you were going to reprogram him and to explode, because Kiara kind of tried that already. Or maybe it was...
Bell's
Play.
really good.
What? Oh. Well, when you're going to reprogram him, isn't that rude? Reprogram without consent?
Well, I do not think that automaton was sentient.
I
Not
know
like
that that's
you,
a
Beth.
thing.
Automaton sentience? I mean, you knew Lionel. And you knew he was an automaton.
Oh, yeah, I did. Okay. I'm just going to roll with that then. That's true, but he kind of, how do you tell? I'm not no offense or anything, but he had an attitude and he backtalked and stuff like that, and I think that
Many
sometimes...
automata are programmed to have attitudes and backtalk. They,
Oh.
however, cannot make their own decisions. So,
Right.
when you run out of their limited script, they do not know how to respond.
Interesting.
Good to know.
I am fully sapient and sentient, and I can come up with responses to many situations, which my original programming did not intend. I have
And she's a great friend.
surpassed my
Aw.
original programming.
Good for you.
Yes, congratulations.
But if we say something that you're not like completely expecting, something really random, you can't respond. Is that what you're saying?
They can,
Yeah,
but
I can.
normal automatons cannot.
Okay.
So,
As you're all
Do you
standing
think-
there, you see the individuals at the dig. A few of them start approaching you. So,
they're nice.
Dishwasher.
a rather rotund-looking dwarf and a gnomish assistant in goggles and cap kind of walk in your direction.
Who there? What are you doing out here in the rain and cold? In this, very much off-limits location.
You know what? Flip it, reverse. What are you doing here in the wet, in the cold, in the rain, in this less than legal to be at place?
My job as the Royal Academy of Research and Development in finding unique and rare archaeological dig sites.
Well, what a coincidence. We're gonna go that way.
You are not allowed onto this site.
I mean, we are your replacement from the archaeological whatevers.
I don't believe
Yeah.
that in the slightest. You wouldn't bring a young girl and a bunch of... You there.
He points over at Kaizen.
You seem like the only reasonable one here. Come speak with me.
okay, I'll be back.
Wow.
Reasonable.
Does
Yeah.
anybody else feel like super profiled right now?
I was
I
about
don't
to bring that
trust
up,
him.
yes.
Zep to the side goes,
I don't like this.
I don't like it either.
That's
Well,
odd
you
that you
can
can see me
hear
while I
him?
do this.
What?
You can hear Zep?
Is that yes?
as you're sitting there, B, and watching, you see these floating figures, a little lizard-like object kind of hiding behind Nova's leg for a second before fading out of existence, and this very angry and aggressive-looking lion wolf thing that just pops up and stares at you and sniffs around and then disappears. The first time that you've seen them.
Who are your friends, Nova?
You've had a rough day. That's Kaizen and
No.
Patchy.
No, I know them. Who are your other friends? It looked like maybe a lizard is hiding behind your leg there.
You can see Stella.
Is that her name?
This is Stella. Yes, this is Stella. And the grumpy Gus over there is Cosmo.
Hi, Stella. Hi, Cosmo. Can we be friends?
Nova's okay with that.
Stella
so I
kind
would
of
assume it would.
peeks out from around the side and then kind of waddles over to you a little bit before just looking up at you and just turning its head and going,
Hi, Stella. You're very pretty.
That's so cool. Like Patchy thinks I'm insane, and which is really the kettle calling black.
I was gonna say I really can't judge his sanity, but
He's actually, don't tell him I told you, because I don't want to get, but he's actually a really nice guy, and he messed up at one point, and I think he's actually trying to make it better.
oh, I understand that.
So, as you were all speaking, as this individual is leading Kaizen away a little bit,
Apparently there's a bee and the bee is talking. Oh my god, what's going on? I'm gonna die! Everything's gonna die! Everything's gonna get ruined!
Your ears fell off, Patchy.
Do you require medical attention, Patchy?
He might.
No!
Just like
I just need us to turn back to sanity! Ah!
Beatrice
Sanity
has
is
an eternal
overrated.
friend. It might appear that your friend Nova has a similar arrangement.
Mine aren't the same as Zep. I still haven't quite figured it out yet,
What?
but
What?
Zep is not from B. Mine
What?
are from me.
What are you talking to me? What is there?
It's a little ghostly lizard. It looks kind of like you, but like a lizard. And then there's a big ol' lion wolf thing. He's really cute, but he's kind of grumpy looking. They're pretty
Just
cool though.
Stay back and... I don't understand that. That's weird.
the spitty, swirly, weird, we don't even know where they came from, ephemeral spirits, and my thing was weird.
So we see the camera move over to where this dwarf is leading Kaizen away from the group. Turns to you. Oh, all right there. Now that we have you away from the others, what are you really here for? Why are you in this place in the middle of the night, in the middle of the rain? You're not looters, are you?
No, I'm not a looter, actually. We are trying to protect a lot of lives, and we need to come here and explore it further. I've actually been here before, and if it's any consolation, you're going about it all wrong trying to get into what actually is at this site.
Well, you see, we've already found some of the routes down into the bowels of Eidolyn. We could use someone who's been here before to lead us a little bit further in. There seems to be a chamber locked away. Plants in front of it.
There is, yes, but I need to know what you're after if you are going to need my help. What are your intentions?
Well, to be honest, this tower was used in the days before the Great War. They committed some heinous experimentation here. They took some sort of ancient materials that belonged not to them, not to this sphere, we don't think. And they used those to create some anomalies. We believe they created chancers here.
Aha. Well, we're almost on the same page because that exact substance is going to be used for quite horrible things that we need to stop, and time is of the essence. However, are you prepared for danger down there?
Of course, my life is danger. How about you? Would you be alright coming with me and speaking with the foreman? Maybe he needs more of this information directly, then we'll get back to your friends.
Yes, I suppose, but we have got to do it quickly.
Of course, of course. If you'll follow me this way, and he walks to the little ladder and stairwell that leads down into the top
Where
of
the
tower.
hell are you going?
Just go with it, I'll be right back!
Oh
It
my
seems
god.
like a trap.
The 12-year-old gets it.
Kaizen
You're
heads
quite
down
wise
the
for
ladder
your age.
with this individual and disappears from view. All of you still standing there off to the side have just that gnome who's in front of all of you. And she just puts her hands on her hips and looks at you. All right, now. So,
I'm
well-
so sorry to interrupt your character moment, but would I have had enough time to send Sheldon after them?
you could do that, yeah. So
Okay.
Sheldon zips up. You trying to do it a little sneakily?
Yeah.
Give me an aware roll and see if Sheldon can find positions and places in which to try to fly stealthily. You did install jump jets rather than like any other type of flight vessel, so there's a lot of glowing light. 22. Let's see. Good roll. All right, Sheldon seems to go and braces these the little sections that actually allow him to turn the jets, and uses them to shield some of the light. It stays near some of the candles and kind of floats down in the direction staying behind Kaizen.
Good job, Sheldon.
So, coming back, you see that hands on hip gnome just there looking at all of you. You really brought a child into the middle of the night in the middle of a storm, and you're gonna die of cold?
She technically
I've
fell from
survived
the
worse
sky.
than this.
That doesn't excuse it.
You're. Who are you?
Beatrix is more than capable of taking care of herself. I'm sorry, we haven't introduced ourselves. What is your name?
G83.
G83.
Yeah,
Does G perhaps stand for gnome?
of course not. What's your name?
Belle.
Belle. Shiny.
Indeed. And loud. When pressed.
Oh. I'm Nova. This is Patchy. The young lady here is B. And Kaizen just went off with the random man out of sight, which is totally not triggering me in any way, shape, or form. I'm fine being alone and letting things go out of my sight, because I'm sure they won't disappear forever and he'll be back.
Oh, yes, of course.
We will walk up and hold Nova's hand.
Aw.
We're all gonna die.
Patchy! We need anybody punch. I'm gonna slap him.
You just slap right upside the face.
I don't know what else to do. Like, she goes up, like, he's rocking back and forth. He's not engaging in conversation. We're gonna need him. So she just very awkwardly slaps him. Can you please focus on what you're doing? Because we are here and there's stuff happening and we need you to be focused.
I am focused. Where are you telling me to focus? I'm a master scientist. Of course I'm focused.
No, you're not. You're rambling. I know rambling. I'm very familiar with it.
Rambling, I don't ramble.
You're making me nervous.
Probably wasn't inside my head solving some important dilemma or whatever.
Yeah, like, we're gonna die. We're all gonna die. It's gonna
Who's
happen
this?
again. We're all gonna die. That equation.
Who's this? No, looking at us all.
This is G83.
G83. What kind of name is that?
That was kind of our question too.
Ah, sorry. What kind of a name is G83?
My mother had a sense of humor. What do you want from me? I am tired of this. I'm just gonna stand here until the boss tells me what to do next.
So
Who
can we
is
just
your
walk in
boss?
then?
Yeah,
What's
can
that?
we go?
My
Yeah.
boss is the foreman, and no, you're not allowed to go.
Your boss is 4 men. How is that? That must be difficult to work with.
Yeah, what's the chain of command of all that thing?
Yeah.
No, I believe they meant four-man.
Oh, like
As
the
in-
head
So your boss
person.
is 4 man.
Similar
That
ruling
makes more
for
sense.
heads.
For a man.
Yeah.
I
So
don't get it.
F-O-R-E-M-A-N.
Yes,
Although
Okay.
now I kind of want to draw the 4 men.
you should do that, Bee. And Clarion
Okay.
moves over to Patchy and in a quieter voice says, "Do you require drugs? I am fully licensed to prescribe them."
No, I don't need drugs. I don't need to mess with my brain right now. The reason we're in this is probably because of... Oh, actually, the reason we were in this is because of drugs. They drugged me and got all that information out of me. Those bastards. So,
That is an excellent idea. I will store that one for later.
Why don't you pet your kitty? Maybe he'll calm
You have a kitty?
Felicia.
Hi, Felicia.
The bag.
It's in the bag.
Shh. It's good for you. Everything's going crazy. I don't want to lose you too.
Felicia says, that one smells like sweets.
Who smells like sweets?
The child.
Felicia says you smell like sweets.
You can't talk to Felicia. You can't talk to her.
That's so nice
Felicia's
of
just a
her.
dumb cat.
Thank you, Felicia.
Meow.
I would not be surprised if Bee is carrying candy.
It would be the first time.
And I can
Does
too talk to
Felicia
Felicia.
like candy?
Felicia, you like
Oh,
candy?
sure.
Not really.
No, not really.
Oh, okay.
Unless
From
it's
what
that
I
green
understand.
candy that smells like floral bits and makes me feel all giddy.
Unless it's the green candy that smells like floral bits and makes her feel all giddy. Are you giving your cat drugs, Patchy? Catnip.
Ah.
I bet it's catnip.
Yes.
No, I don't give my cat drugs. What kind of a person would I be if I gave my cat drugs?
I don't know. The first minute I met you, you asked me for my spit.
You give me
Nova?
drugs.
Nova,
What?
why is the 4-man back without Kaizen?
What?
You see that individual that escorted Kaizen down below steps forward at this point, right up next to the gnome lady, and then turns to all of you. All right, you can't be here. Time to go.
Yeah, where's Kaizen?
Don't know what you were talking about.
Where's our friend?
We recommend you turn around and leave before there's a problem.
I recommend you give us our friend before bad things happen.
What kind
I
of a
believe there
problem
will
are you
only
talking
be a
about?
problem if you make a problem.
You see both of them turn their heads at the same time towards you, and their eyes begin glowing red interiorly.
Oh shit.
Clarion shoots.
Fires. Roll initiative for me, but before that, we move to Kaizen.
Yeah, what the fuck happened?
Kaizen, you head down a ladder, down a stairwell, over to the doorway at the base of this basically section that they carved out of the ground, to where you can see the gate. All of the plants that have been around it have been shredded apart, and the door is still open. You take a few steps inside, and the individual there with you says, "Just this way, right around the corner. We will find the foreman, and we'll be able to get two things that need to be completed. Abraxas, inside of your mind, she's here, and she's weak.
And what are you planning on doing about that, Abraxas?
With single-minded purpose, Abraxas forces you into action, striding down the hall with nothing more than the repeating staccato, a name, Nyria, is going to die over and over again, being played in your mind.
Nyria. At least, can we try to find the pieces of my sword on the way?
What would Abraxas say when he knew that his arch nemesis, who's likely to be returned shortly, is currently in a weakened state, but still has no longer been on the other side of the veil?
No, Nyria will die. I've already taken care of this once, and I will end this once and for all. There is no exception, and there is no time. Well, how are you expecting me to try to take her out if I don't even have my main weapon? That is for me to decide. Great.
Thanks, Abraxas. As you stride through the halls and you turn, the individual that was at your side walking with you doesn't even stop. Doesn't even ask you where you're going, doesn't point towards anything. He turns around.
You
and
don't think that
leaves.
was strange, do you?
It doesn't matter to Abraxas.
We'll go down this hall. That's at least where my sword was. Fine, but you will not have much time. If you see it on the way, grab it.
As you turn and you step around a corner, you notice Nohu's carving knife on the floor.
No. Grab the knife. Maybe he did something crazy to it, hopefully, knowing Nohu.
You turn,
you
turn a
inspecting
corner.
the knife as we're walking.
You can see that there's some inventive upgrades to this small knife, because a knife doesn't usually have a bunch of buttons and a small engine attached to it.
Interesting. Sheath that.
And as you turn the corner, you just feel this heartbeat, this pulse, this pounding sensation, this pull and draw on you. Aiden starts quaking in fear in your mind. Abraxas gets more and more angry and motivated and driven.
Okay, don't we need our friends? Shouldn't we have some backup? How weak is this thing? It was terrifying last time I saw it.
Abraxas tells you that this is what he is. This is his goal. This is his direct prerogative. This is everything he can handle. You can drop him off, and he will take care of it himself.
I thought you had no power here. What? If only there was something following me of which I could tell an easy way to get into this cave and where the entrance is. It's over here, and I give the exact coordinates of how to get down here.
As you're like walking around the corner, and you're kind of looking around you, you do notice Clarion's flying friend laying upon the floor,
Thank God.
not moving.
Oh.
Rude.
Grab it too. Hello, hello.
You walk over
Trying
and
to
grab a hold of
activate
it. You're like talking into it. The lights are off. Nobody's home. You carry it under your arm around the corner. You walk down a small hallway, and it almost feels like you're being pulled physically until you find yourself inside of a chamber. You can see an ancient technological casing or housing, something that should have had somebody inside of it, likely a rejuvenation tank, Abraxas tells you. Similar to the one that you'd seen underneath that giant Colosseum on Rulo back when we played back in the day.
Mm-hmm.
Something that should revitalize any damaged individuals and bring them back from the precipice of death. And there is something floating inside of it. A few steps into the room, and bright lights begin shining all around you as the floor lights up in a net pattern. And you see Sylvia standing there in front of you as she steps out from around the casing. Excellent job there, Kaizen.
What? You see, I told you you should have gotten back up. What are you going to do now? You're only in my head.
Abraxas begins
Hi,
screaming
Sylvia.
in rage and pain, and you feel your skin boil on fire. You can feel
You're
something
an
being
idiot.
physically wrenched from you.
This invention was rather useful, rebuilding it. When they kept me here before and were using my lifeblood to do all our experimentation, it was found that they were able to keep a hold of non-physical entities and use them as power sources, help create gemstones. As well as that fluid. Interesting that. I had wondered if it would capture him after all. We did not need you to go grab that stone from those pirates. You see, Nyria told me all along, there's a power source that you could gather for us directly.
And you see
Liar.
Abraxas ripped from your body and shoved into this chamber.
Praxis just got juice boxed.
He did!
And as he
But
pulls
on a
into
real
it,
note, you better
Here's
keep your
Capri
word.
Sun.
you see energy running through the wall into the back of the chamber in the back of the room, where a rather large dais, I guess we'll call it, begins to light up as someone sitting in the back of the room comes into focus.
God.
And you
Oh
see
God. No,
someone
no.
there.
It's a question mark, thank God.
The individual
it's
sitting in this
Nyria.
chair just kind of looks over at you and says, "Thank you. You have done me a great service. And the sill, of course. Now I hear from yourself that you are looking for a way to return Sedna. The first step, I told you, would be coming here. The first step would be following your ghostly friend. And the second step would be activating the machines. She steps up and slithers towards you, her little tendrils underneath the gown kind of moving across the floor lithely. And as she moves in your direction, you feel like the world warping around her, and in your mind's eye, you can't quite see exactly where she is. As she moves over closer to you, she reaches out a hand and puts a little object in the palm of yours. As we agreed. Abraxas, you now realize that Kaizen has betrayed you in an effort to get his world back. During that time where your memory was a bit foggy.
I will kill you all. It's a beating on the frickin' container.
As energy is being drained out of him and threaded back over into this Queen of the Sill, you see her growing in strength and in size by the second. And she looks at you. Now that our goals are completed, go about your business. I will allow you to leave. I suggest you bring your friends with you. Convince them of the glory of your goals. Achieve them. Save your family. And if you need help in the future, I am here. But ask and we shall break another bargain.
Yes, you're so helpful, aren't you? I just... And what is to become with all the life here on this world?
Oh, I have need of an army.
Fuck that.
I think in my mind, Aiden, are you still here?
No.
See what happens when you split the party?
I thought I was being...
And we shall now move back to the rest of the crew above the surface.
Hurts so much, I'm getting Abraxas back out! I'm gonna side with the god of death.
Nova, you got a 20
What? Oh, yeah. Yes.
on your initiative roll. Clarion got an 11. Let's see. We've also got a Beatrix with a 10.
Does Clarion get to go first anyway, since, like, they just shot? I'm
Yes, Clarion will have the drop because Clarion went and attacked
What
right away.
pronouns does Clarion use?
Clarion's she, her.
Okay, thank you.
Kaizen, I'll need your roll as well.
Sorry, what was that roll?
Give me an initiative roll just to see when you act on your turns.
Yes.
We got a 17 for Kaizen. So the first one to go is Clarion. So Clarion, you just decided to take a shot. Who are you attacking?
Clarion would like to attack the foreman who just came back.
Okay, so go ahead and give me an attack roll, and we'll see what happens. The
It's just
opponent...
like the abrupt oh fuck moment, like, oh no.
She will activate her elemental effect on the PDO and I think go for fire.
Okay, PDO fire. Give me the attack roll. The opponent has a 13 to avoid the attack.
Oh shoot, I rolled damage.
You don't just go straight damage first.
Oh, like scared.
Ooh, that one is a hit. Give me a damage roll.
Well, I already rolled it. It was an 11.
Okay,
Yeah.
well, we'll take your 11 then. So, blast of flame just spreads over this individual, and as it burns and bubbles off some of the skin, you see metallic components underneath. These appear to be Sill pretending to be people.
I see. They were not contained. This is bad. This is incredibly bad.
Sylvia's been here.
Must have been. Or more Sill. Either way,
The
very bad.
the creature in front of you turns and looks over.
It is nice to see the two of you again. It's a shame what happened to Red Iron. But you can both join him. I will rebuild you both.
Whoa.
Shut your mouth, deceiver.
Oh, Clarion, Clarion. It was always so hard to get through to you. Can you not see that we are of like mind? That we are individuals who believe in the fact that we are people.
I believe no such thing.
It will be interesting as I pull you apart to see what differences we have in our programming.
Oh, I can tell you, I have a soul.
Nice one. All right, so Nova, you are up.
This is some real fucked up shit happening right now. I was going to, with Nova, think, okay, well, I'm gonna push past and illogically run to go get my friend, who saved me in the dark void of timelessness. And then they're talking about like ripping apart these folks. So I'm kind of at I'm gonna roll a die. Even I run off to save Kaizen, and odds I stay here and help. So I stay here and help. Sorry, Kaizen.
I'm okay until I do something really stupid in a minute.
Well, I want to be there for you, but the die. Okay, so I want to. What the hell do I want to do? I'm actually gonna wait. I'm gonna hold my action.
Okay.
I have a few things I can do, but I don't know what these people are gonna do yet, and I'm in shock at the serious creepy vibes that's happening. Like mad robots ripping people apart, finding souls.
It's a lot to go off of all at once.
Possible reanimation of lost friends. I'm scared here.
All right, so Nova's gonna wait for now, and these entities all around the dig site, now in positions that you see, or more likely designed just to oversee the entire compound, so nobody could get in from a random direction without being noticed, all start moving in your direction from around the various sides where they are. As they approach, you see all of them eerily have the internal glowing eyes things start, and you see some of their hands ratchet and change into weaponry. The one directly in front of you launches forward past Nova and Patchy directly towards Clarion. And you see blades just launch out from this thing's hand as it tries to pierce you through the chest.
Can we trip him on the way out?
Well, you did have your action saved. You could attempt to try to get in the way if you'd like.
Actually, what I will do as the run towards Clarion, just out of reach, I'm gonna use my that skill that keeps them in place. That I haven't. The wind rises, and so it comes out, and there's like a whirly whooshy, and that's when Cosmo grabs them and won't let them move.
All right, give me. I believe there's a resist roll involved with wind rises. Physically pounces on the target, causing entangled. 14 plus chain level to remove. So they do cause the entangled immediately. I just have to roll to see if they remove it. Your chain level is 1, so they have to get a 15 or higher to break free. But they will stop in this position and then have to break 3. So they start launching towards you, and then suddenly that angry-looking beastie bee that you saw before sinks through the ground and pops back up and just grabs a hold of this thing charging at your friend.
Good beastie, Cosmo.
The opponent is locked in place, is unable to get out of Cosmo's grip. And right now, it is Kaizen's turn, down in the depths below. You see the Queen of the Sill standing there. You see an image that looks just like her with legs, standing beside her, robotic, and bowing its head in deference to the Queen.
Here goes. They're the only ones down here with me?
That you can see at the moment, sure. Do you want to take a look around?
I do. I want to see if I can feel it out and if I'm alone with them or not.
All right, give me an aware roll.
Oh, almost 18.
7. With a 7, you can't tell. You
Oh,
sure
he's
you
on
want
my
to keep a
ace.
7? Okay, there goes an ace.
I'm not sure.
That is a 5. That's worse.
I can't use my last ace. I may really need that.
You don't know if you're alone.
Ooh,
Okay.
creepy.
Oh, jeez. Do I go with trying to use the dagger? Do I go with trying to use my crack? Or do I just get the fuck out? I'm in a predicament like you, Shannon.
Roll a die.
Oh, no. How do I- Anyway.
Let
Ah.
fate decide.
Or use chaos to like turn your crack into a knife and then escape somehow.
Well, I thought about
Crack
using
knife.
chaos to summon the crack to try to pull Abraxas and I out. Is it bad that I'm siding with him? Yeah, no. He's definitely he's the better of two evils at this point.
Why? Yeah, grab Aiden. You
I
jerk.
don't know where he is.
He went with the Praxis. He's 2 parts of the same coin thing, right?
Well, yeah, and that's the power source that's gonna wipe everything out. So I need to try to do something.
How about none evil?
Yeah, none evil would be ideal.
None evil. Yes.
Oh god, or I could try to pull her into the crack. But what if I'm not alone
Kaizen
down
just
here?
got another ace from Anna.
Oh, thank God! Thank you, Anna.
Indeed.
I'm using that ace.
All right, here you go again.
Right now for a wear, please.
7.
Better.
Huh?
You notice that there are indentations all around the walls nearby that look like they would fit a man-sized object of some kind behind them that have not currently opened. You can also hear the sounds of gunfire in the distance somewhere here underground.
Okay. I'm going to invoke chaos, and I am going to summon my crack. And I'm going to see, 1, I'm just going to try to yeet the fuck out, but I'm going to see, 2, if I can get Abraxas out to stop powering her machine.
All right, so you gotta.
juice
gotta-
box Abraxas. Only I can juice box Abraxas.
So you're going to have to describe specifically what you're attempting to do, and pretty much what type of Aether you're attempting to do it with. Stretching yourself too thin in too many directions isn't going to have an outcome you're looking for specifically.
Basically, I want the crack to form on the containment, and I'm just going to reach through, grab him, and pull us both into it.
So you're hoping to use your crack to travel in some sort of space-based or time-based way, getting a hold of Abraxas as well.
Yes. Yes.
Okay.
Or you could do what Anna said, go into your crack, go back in time, stop yourself from making the horrible decisions to make these deals in the
You know
first
what?
place.
I really like Anna's idea. I am a professional at traveling through time. I've done it my whole life. And I am going to go back to when the carriage stops outside before we get out and tell the driver to leave. Good idea, Anna. Thank you so much.
No, her idea was actually to go back to the really bad decisions that you've made to let these guys into your head in the first place. Just saying, but I do like your
That
idea.
would wipe out
I
another
do-
6 months, Shannon. We don't have time for that.
I want to tell you as well that time travel in Aether and Steamworks is a bit strange. Going forward is possible. Going backwards, not so much. Sometimes you can get minor glimpses of what has occurred in the past, but you're not actually there.
Oh, how convenient for you.
Except
Tyson.
Etna.
No, you were
Lord.
still not really there.
Just use your crack to suck them.
I'm gonna suck him.
out.
Okay.
Suck 'em
Original
good.
plan. Original
All right,
plan.
you're trying
So
to
I'm gonna try.
pull Abraxas
Of her.
back out. So how many applications of chaos are you willing to tap into to try to do this? One
God, last time I
application
did-
would give you
Yes.
a modicum, very minor success if you're successful at it. 2 applications would possibly disrupt some of the power flow coming from Abraxas to Nyria. 3 would be required to pull Abraxas out entirely.
Would 3 damage the machine too?
Maybe.
Fine, let's go with 3 and fucking hope.
3 applications of chaos,
turn into
trying to
butterflies
reach
will be
into
fine.
time and space, trying to draw this godlike demonic entity, whatever thing that's being used as a battery to recharge an ancient evil. Sure. Give me a magical roll. Get higher than a natural 15 to have any sort of success. That is a 5.
Okay, that's not gonna do it.
Ace, my last ace.
Ooh,
That is a 20.
that is higher than 15.
3 applications.
That is.
20.
That is.
Nyria counter-reacts.
Of course she does, that bitch. I hate her.
Well, you can't die that quick. He made character art.
Fail. Fail.
Ty, both of you need to re-roll.
Oh God.
Are you kidding? Does he still have to get over a 15?
Yes. You got 13. That is below, and that is chaos.
That feels
I have-
spooky.
I have 2 +1s from Anna, and Rob just gave me one. I will add those to it.
You have to get a natural 15 or higher
Oh shit.
on the d20 to roll.
Oh, then it
What's
looks like
your
Thank you for
your virtue?
compassion?
It would be like super compassionate
It's
to like help
compassionate.
this poor
I'm
evil
trying-
man out. Like,
And save an entire city worth of life that's going to become
Absolutely.
Nyria's
I
army.
mean,
KM Steer
right?
has
You can use
provided
KM.
you.
Oh, I just got an ace. Oh,
KM
thank
Steer-
God. Thank
Hold
you.
on. KM Steer has provided you an ace. Unfortunately, Titan level enemies stop aces during their scenes. You are unable to use that here, as you have just made Nyria an enemy by showing that you're no longer committed to the bargain.
Okay, but he has not shown her that yet because this is still the role that's establishing whether or not she's gonna see that.
She's just become an enemy, which means all of the keywords are now in effect.
Then would they even have to have had rolled against each other?
Well, of course.
Well, I thought Titan level characters you don't have to. They don't like do the tie roll thing.
Well, they still do have tie rolls, yes. I did not change. I didn't set that rule up yet.
Either way, I don't like it.
I agree with Nora.
Was worth a shot. I pull the dagger out and start pushing random buttons.
All right. Well, you did roll under a 15. You still have to roll chaos, and that
Oh,
might
yeah.
save you. So
Yeah,
Here's
well,
what
maybe-
I-
yeah,
Please. Please.
and you can save that ace, and if you don't like it, you can ace the chaos roll.
now, is this?
True.
I have to ask: is this going to be focused on Abraxas, the cage, or the crack? Where was the focus of this ability going to go?
Oh my God. It might help Abraxas get out, but it might not the cage.
Wait,
Cage.
worst case
What?
scenario, yeah. Like, worst case scenario, if you focus it on Abraxas fucking dies, and then it kills him
Yeah.
anyway, right?
That's true, but what if the cage turns into butterflies and then Abraxas is free and there's not a containment system and then him and Sylvie or him and Nyria could just fight it out and I could run?
I mean, win-win? I mean, win, sort of win, we're probably fucked later, but for now it's okay kind of win?
Yeah.
I
Yeah.
think that's the only win Ty lets us have, so you know.
You know
Are we
what?
ready? Are we
Your
ready?
players know you so well, honey.
Either aspect of your ability being used attempt becomes the opposite aspect: fire, water, earth, lightning, water. Oh, you were using space magic. You were trying to force someone out.
True.
Unfortunately, it was just reversed to force someone in.
Oh, it traps Nyria in with Abraxas, and they have an eternal
No.
duel forever, causing a perpetual
No, I
energy
will
machine
give
that
you-
solves all problems in the Aether sphere.
I will
Ah!
give you an option.
Yes.
Either you are now in that cage with those individuals being drained of power and must be saved, or any eternal entity or beings of those types within an X amount of range will be drawn in instead.
Botch!
I'll go.
The machine is designed to take in non-physical entities. So in this case, Kaizen, what ephemeral being there is of you is now trapped within that cage. As you're drawn into it quickly, you see
Hopefully
yourself
it's my
looking
crack.
through a bit of a strange haze. As you see your body begin falling to the floor, you see your body stop falling. and everything freezes temporarily. The crack appears in front of you, zipping open very quickly as an arm comes out, grabbing a hold of you and your body, pulling them together and back through it. As you are pulled aside by some entity in charge of this time and space magic that has been following you around for a long period of time, you find yourself now standing beside cart wheels in the rain, in the muck, and an elf standing before you. Now, we can't have that, can we? We haven't accomplished the goal yet.
Another goal? What happened? Who the fuck are you?
I've been guiding your efforts in trying to return Sedna for some time, and you cannot just squander those away.
You are all very much trying to make my mind not be very still.
Stand
Okay.
still
Thank
and look.
you.
He grabs hold of the side of your head, and you see Emperor Carver, someone who has been on Sedna for quite some time, leading the efforts in trying to restore the world.
Do I know Carver?
Yeah, as someone who has been controlling the political schism for a long time from Sedna.
Emperor Carver.
Carver.
Pretentious.
What are we going to do? We can't leave Abraxas there. We can't let all those people die. Yes, it's good to return Sedna, but this is not something we need in the Aether Sphere. Why are you letting the Sill return?
I'm not letting the Sill return. They have provided us the machines that we need in order to get Sedna back online. I'm working on taking care of the Sill in different directions. Some of them are being fought as we speak, and some of them are creating a great deal of greater threats we will take care of in the future. For now, I cannot stay much longer. You see him starting to fade.
Well, what about my friends, at least?
They're still here. You have been gone but a moment. Return to them. But avoid Nyria for now.
You better believe I will. I'm gonna take off back to my group.
All right, Kaizen, you begin running back towards the group where you see them engaged in battle with these Sill pretenders.
Disengage! Run away!
It is now Patchy's turn. Patchy, from where you're standing, this thing has just gotten locked up beside you as Nova has solidified it in place.
So I know these things are Sill now, right? Or do I know?
Looking at them, they're advanced technology that's you've seen on occasion in some of the deeper places while you were searching for Eidolyn in the past, but I don't think you would know that they were Sill specifically.
So I can't use my poly actually potion to turn into Sill?
No.
That's useless. Fine. So, and we're engaging combat with them. Fine. I'll take my damn venomous tentacular thing and turn into mantis legs and slice them into bits. Because I'm pissed off that these people are talking down to me.
Alright, so suddenly Mantis legs just sprout out of his chest. Let's roll on your Brewster side effect table and see what you get.
Was I able to do the make the potion now and then drink it, or with the potion take an action and then drink?
With crystalline, it counts as a reflexive action to drink a potion. So if you were using one of those,
attack and chop them into pieces.
yeah, you could attempt.
Great. Okay.
So you are going to become intoxicated on the smell anytime you smell flowers. Are you okay with that, or do you want to?
Are there flowers around?
I mean, do any of you wear perfume?
I don't know if I smell nice. I don't know.
Probably
what
not
else
in all
smell
this
like?
rain.
Flowers? Good. Okay, then we're good.
What would the positive version of this be like?
If you happen to imbibe in the scent of flowers that have like an almost Popeye-like effect of making you stronger and faster, more charming, and more capable of seeing and hearing things.
Does anyone have flowers? Oh god, there's flowers around here.
We're a little busy at the moment to go picking flowers, but
It's Popeye. But okay, do I see any flowers around? No, I'm gonna just take it. I'm not gonna use my side effect regen.
All right, so you have that. You will become intoxicated by the scent of flowers if you happen to ever smell any nearby, becoming drunk. But in the meantime, a scythe of bone and chitin disassociates from your body, coming out of your chest, and then you use it to swing at this creature nearby.
Yeah, I use it to grab onto this guy and try to rip him to pieces.
All right.
Sick. I guess I just need to let loose steam by violence because logic doesn't work anymore in this world. So why not let's kill everything?
The opponent attempts to bring up an armed parry with your sickle. Coming at it, gets a 15. I'm now slurring my own words. Yay!
He's been stopping to smell the flowers.
I'm a little
roll,
flower drunk. You
Venomous
should have a
Tentacula-
tentacular
damage
attack
or-
should be on there.
Oh, the attack, right? Range roll.
You've got it on your sheet on the back.
Was it range roll damage mod action? Just
No, under abilities, venomous tentacular is there.
I'm just trying to remember which each of these.
Should just be roll.
There's a couple
There.
of rolls here, which is
It's the second one. The first one's range, and then the second one is the actual
never
attack.
mind, because the way the words were, I think. Oh,
That
shit.
is only an 8.
Well, okay, so this guy, right, questioned my wisdom, right, and now I gotta prove him my wisdom by chopping him to bits. Wisdom.
That's not wisdom.
You had another ace from Anna when we first started. You didn't
I
use.
think that was a +1, and
No, we got aces from
Everybody got
from
aces,
Anna
yeah.
with biddies.
Oh, all right. Chop something. This ace doesn't require me to have Hades to roll, right? This was not that.
No.
No, that was a +1.
Die!
That is a 12. You were 3 shy.
Well, I do have 2 +1s. Still not. Shit. Yeah, it's so close.
I could recommend. Nova does still have actions remaining. You only used 1 to freeze that in place. If you want to assist Patchy, you could potentially bump him up high enough to hit.
How am I supposed to assist him in turning into a bug?
He's not. He's attacking with a bug scythe already. So you'd be assisting him on actually hitting this thing.
You can be like, oh, stab him over there.
Okay, so you know, in like video games and stuff, sometimes the little things like they'll pop up on the reticle and tell you where like the like soft spots are and stuff. Stella's gonna do that and go put ding and like make it to tell him where to hit.
Okay.
That takes me to 15.
I don't know. Do I have to roll
you
something?
are going to hit. Fine. There, you hit. Yes. I actually think I forgot one of my own rules, so. Which I'm going to look up real quick because my book is too
Really?
tired.
That's the damage.
That was very high.
That siren was fitting timing, though.
Really?
Fucking LA, so many sirens, god damn it.
We just have coyotes out here. No sirens.
I want to make this guy's death.
So, yeah, 3 damage is not much.
Yeah, it's on purpose. I wanted him to suffer. Okay, am I holding him in place though, or if he's already in place, but like he's feeling pain or something, maybe distracted by a razor or mantis arms?
He is already entangled right now.
Oh, is he targeting the one that's already tangled?
Yeah, that's the one he was hitting. So I need to look up my rule on that real quick, just because it's been a while since I
Okay.
actually
While you
used
do
it.
that, you
So-
made Nyria super badass. Hate her, but she
I
is
know.
super cool.
She's kind of hot,
Seriously.
actually.
So you didn't need to use your action. I'm gonna give that back to you. When you're entangled, you're at -4 to defense rolls. I just wanted to make sure I knew what the total was. So Patchy did hit. Patchy, you did not have to use your +1s. You get back your +2 for that. All right. So 3 points of damage come scything in, and you hit it right in the chest. You see a scrape, and sparks of metal come up, and like the chitin across the end of your blade kind of cracks a little.
So, is Patchy sad that he didn't like one shot kill?
I think
This-
probably.
No. I mean, if you have anything that would help me get that, that's appreciated. But it's on purpose. I want him to suffer.
Nova, knowing that Patchy's totally full of bullshit, is going to. I'm going to use. This is the one that's being held. You said, right?
Yes.
I'm going to use the the combat side of that to do the damage. So Cosmo will do the
Okay.
damage.
So,
But I'm not going to say anything. I'm just going to do it like very nonchalantly so that Patchy thinks that he does whatever damage Cosmo does.
okay. So you're able to once activating ability, then grants the Akata an attack with a chain
He
of plus
needs to
4 to
win,
all rolls
that's
and
what I'm saying.
damage. So you still make your attack roll with Cosmo, and you get plus 4 to this roll.
Okay. Do I even have him down here anymore?
Opponent gets a 13 to.
You don't have Cosmo on here anymore.
Is he not on there anymore? It's the chained on the front of the sheet.
I don't. I don't.
On your
see.
first page on main.
Oh,
he's-
Dirk. Gotcha.
Yes.
19?
You hit. So go ahead and roll the chain's damage plus 4. Whew, so many ones. That is only 5 points of damage. It does strike, and you see some like under machinery start to.
Can I ace the damage?
You can ace damage rolls.
I'm really going for a big effect here.
10. That's better. You shear off an arm and split open some of the insides of it. It looks like Patchy's blade did it.
Oh, Patchy, look at what you did!
Yes, I did it! I did it! See, what are you saying about us? You bastard! I'm gonna slice you into pieces!
And that would be your turn over. The halfling, the gnome-looking one comes over towards you. You see it bring up its arms, which click together into a large round shape with a glowing light inside, as it points it at you and blasts at you with some sort of beam-like weapon.
You cop my design, Sylvia.
Finders keepers.
Giant laser pointer trying to distract everybody.
Defense roll for me.
Yes, defense roll for you. You have to beat a 16 to not be harmed. You got a 2.
16? What do you mean? Wait, why? What did I rolled 3 and it was my defense minus?
Yes. Why are you minus? Let's see real quick. Do you still have... You have a wound on right now. Your left arm is wounded.
Is it still wounded?
Actually, you should have been fully healed while they were on the drive, so... that would be a 3.
Did I end up
No.
needing that ace from before, by the way? Do I still
You had 2
have
defense locks on. Give me another roll, because you had everything all set up wrong.
You
Ow!
Nat 20.
There we go!
We go from nothing to a nat 20. What kind of like popcorn show are we running here? Everything's all backwards and screwy. Okay.
I like popcorn.
Chaos.
Nat 20. Do you want to do something that benefits you greater, finding that you're able to identify weaknesses in these things' design, allowing you to bypass some of their armor for the future, just on your attacks? Or would you like to attack and possibly disable this one threat for your allies?
Allies.
Okay. So you do get another attack. This one is another roll. It doesn't guarantee that you will succeed, but describe to me what you do in an attempt to take this one threat out. It's not destroyed, but it will be inactive for a period of time.
I mean, I was thinking I would use my my mantis arm, grapple him. I mean, I don't know if it'll work because he's stuck into place, and like move the one in front of me towards the other one so it gets the attack.
Okay, so you're just trying to move it over to the other side and then hit the other one
Yeah.
instead? Okay, give me an
Had
agile
to
roll.
Throw it to her, but what?
Give me an agile roll.
Yeah, look at that.
And you succeed. Moving that thing to the side, it blasts the one in front of it instead of hitting you. And now the damage comes out from that thing. Big cannon goes off, does 8 points of damage, and you see the one that's sheared partially in half, caused a lot of already being hit a couple times, shot and whatnot, to just blast apart into shrapnel all over the ground.
This day's turning better by the second.
Clarion, it is your turn now.
Does Clarion notice that the signal from Sheldon has stopped?
The signal was continuing. You can also click into the feed, basically, the visual feed from Sheldon. And as it came inside, you saw a whole bunch of digitized squares appearing across the screen, and then it just went dark.
Okay. I think the last, like, knowing that, did she know that there was going to be Syl here? I don't think she did.
Yes, you actually did know that Sylvia was seen here. Nohu had indicated that there were entities here, and then when
indicated
Rob
it on the ride here.
Clay
Yes.
had, yeah.
In that case, could I retroactively say she fitted Sheldon with a self-destruct device?
Certainly. Give me a brains to see how destructive it is.
Is it just self-destruct or everyone
And it would have fell
destruct?
right by the cage where Abraxas
Yes,
is.
it is.
Oh, please.
All right. You've got a pretty decent explosive device there that could be triggered remotely.
Yeah, I think with the last bit of signal, like the last bit of open connection, she'll trigger it, and it has like a 5-minute timer or whatever.
Okay. 5 minutes. You have set that off. It's now going to explode shortly. So what are you doing with your actions out here?
She smirks at the gnome and says, "Two can play that game," and she unfurls her core. And like just it like her chest basically, iris is open, and like her coat like flips open. And she pulls, she's adjusted her apron to have like a cool flap or something. I don't know. She adjusted her costume, and she's going to use her core discharge.
A blast comes out from the center, burning white light from Clarion. Give us your attack roll. The opponent gets a 23 to resist you, though, so you're going to have to beat a 23. $20. You are 3 shy.
Do you have any plus ones?
I spent them on an old roll earlier.
So just vamp charmingly for a few minutes. You need a couple plus ones. Add in, see what you got.
To be exact.
Anybody? Goddamn. Lag.
I mean,
There's
I'm...
a +1 from Sanctum Cosplay.
There's one.
Yes.
Thank you, Anna.
You're still 2 shy, though, so.
I know.
Too
Um,
shy.
I don't know that I'm gonna roll no better necessarily. If I drop
There's
a
another
bunch of
+1.
aces-
There's another one.
Does? What is that I'm saying?
What
Anna.
a
Anna.
favor.
There's another +1, another +1. You got them all from the audience.
4! Thank you. Thank you, everybody. I
Blast
really
goes
appreciate
out,
it.
and you are able to hit, so go ahead and roll for damage.
Aw, thanks.
Nine points of damage. The blast is neutral aether of the type. You need to roll a d6 to see what damage you do to yourself. And it strikes this thing right across its core, dealing double damage, causing 18. You see this thing just get blasted and stumble backwards a few steps, and you can see a large hole appear in it. Not destroyed, but seriously damaged.
Clarion's chassis is smoking a little bit.
Steam like rising off of you in the rain.
Naughty.
Beatrix, you are up.
We defeated you once already, Sylvia. You think you would have learned the lesson. And she will throw wind blades.
As you throw that wind blade out, Sylvia responds,
It is not a matter of lessons I need to learn. It is lessons you need to learn. I have all the time.
and that is a critical failure.
And
B.
that is an ace.
Yep, that's what that looked like to me too. An ace.
That is 10. Okay, the opponent rolls to resist.
Sylvia sucks.
Gets a 16.
Damn.
Your wind blade arcs through the air and just scrapes off of this thing.
Zep, we need to destroy her again.
Yes. Yes, we do.
That was your first action. You have 1 standard remaining. You can't use another ability, but you could do something else.
I think she is going to. Let me see if it will let me. Move over here next to Nova.
All right, there's a bunch of boxes and crates there too that you can hide behind if you need to.
Yeah, for the time being.
Okay, so you're just gonna go over there and hunker down. We move around at the moment to Nova. You're up.
Me?
So we just have the lady up there, right? The gnome.
Yeah, just that one is the closest one to you right now.
Okay. Can you remind me what the Clockwork Sentry does that I've had in my inventory since forever?
It allows you to attach a weapon to it, and then it automatically attacks an opponent nearby every turn.
Does it ruin the weapon it's attached to?
Possibly, but not likely unless it gets some fails.
Okay. Can I use Alice's revolver with the Clockwork Sentry?
Yeah, so you just attach the Clockwork Sentry to that and stick
on
it
the
ground.
boxes.
Okay.
Maybe to make it more not in mud because it's my mama's gun and she'd be real mad.
So you just and then you activate this thing and stick it on the box next to you.
Yeah.
The first thing it does is just turns and fires at the target in front of you. The attack goes off. It gets a 16 versus the opponent who attempts to get out of the way, critically failing. Go ahead and roll damage. It just does double from an NPC, so you can roll your gun's damage and double it.
Actually, you know what? I have like a lot of aces, so I'm gonna do that because I'm going big damage to take.
There you go. 7 becomes 14. 14 damage causes that thing just with the big smoking hole in it already just to shatter into pieces, which all scatter to the ground.
I finally killed something with my gun! Actually, finally hit something with my gun.
You know what's really fun about that is the very first thing Nova ever did was pull off like a really badass trick shot on Clockwork Zephyr.
I know. She got a critic, and that was it. Like, it was... And then, yeah.
Never hit another thing ever again. It's fine.
She spent 100 years in a time thing where she couldn't practice, okay?
Right.
You just gotta go out and top. So now you shot something, never shoot again.
So you have a standard action remaining.
I'm retired.
Nova, what do you wish to do with your other action?
Well, so everyone that's in immediate vicinity to us is now deceased, correct?
Yes, but there are more approaching.
I see that. Is the range on this sentry? It probably can't. It can't reshoot, right?
No, it has to wait.
It's a revolver.
Yeah.
Okay.
It will be firing once around on your turn within the range of the weapon.
Okay. I guess I'll wait because we're all waiting for everybody, and nobody's injured in our party, correct?
Technically, just Clarion from the fall from the atmosphere.
Can I heal her wounds?
Damaging herself?
With mechanical repairs, you can.
No, with but I can't with Kiss It Better.
No, that healing magic doesn't work on automatons.
It's magic. I don't see why it should have a limitation like that.
Because it's for biological. It's life magic, not mechanical magic. There are mechanical magic.
She's alive.
Like Jax can do automatic repairs on a couple of tricks and things like that.
All right, fine. Then I will just hold my action and kind of prepare.
Okay, so you hold your action.
And I don't know what everybody else is going to do. And I'm not a leader. I haven't known.
Enemies approach. This one rushes across there. Let's see.
And get shot with my boom boom. Oh, wait, no, it's not that quick.
It's not that fast, no. Another one comes rushing in this direction. That one goes later. That's it at the moment. So the one that comes up this close rushes over to where you're at. You see it kind of bend backwards and down, its arms going into an unnatural pose behind it as they flip upside down. The center of its chest cavity opens up, and some round objects fly up out of its chest and come floating towards everyone.
I'm sure that's fine.
One of these is lobbed at each and every one of you. as it launches them out. So, all of
Can we
you.
equip Clarion with whatever that is? It seems like a handy.
So, all 4 of you in the area are being attacked at once. What do you wish to do to try to avoid being damaged?
So are these like sticky bombs or just like little?
You have no idea what they are. They look like little glowing orbs of metal that are like falling straight in front of you, or coming straight at you, rather.
So that whole wind situation you were talking about, B?
Yes.
Maybe you could push them like
I mean, we could do
dandelions in the breeze.
we could do wind or we could do lightning.
Well, would lightning blow them up?
Maybe.
They're right next to us. So maybe blow them away, and then lightning. Maybe.
I can bring the lightning.
Who brings the thunder?
Oh.
Yeah, if I can, I'll go ahead and start a wind kind of as a shield for all of us.
All right, so you're going to attempt to. You do have a reflexive ability you can use to give yourself kind of a leg up on defenses. So I'm assuming you're manipulating this into a wall of wind and trying to make it larger. That does involve chaos. If you want to reach you and Nova, it is 1 application. Something that would protect all 4 of you potentially would be 2.
Sounds like 2 applications then to me.
2 applications of chaos it is. Go ahead and give me a magical roll. Get higher than a natural 10 to avoid chaos.
Okay.
Gigger.
That is a 6. That is not higher than a natural 10. That will be chaos.
Can I both ace and use guide my hand?
Certainly. Does that assists you on this action?
Not like that.
Like these.
Like these.
All right. Give us a roll. That is a 9. It's a good roll, but it is still chaos, unfortunately.
You know what? Let's do the chaos then. I've gone this far without it. Let's invoke it for
All
once.
right, here comes chaos, and we got a bot in chat.
Oh, Shannon.
I'll be fine. It's fine.
You hiding behind your wig says no, it won't.
Oh, well, you know.
So
I don't know.
this chaos effect is going to be spread in the same area that you would have been affecting with wind. So everything in front of all of you. The ability causes the caster to believe they are being controlled by some being that determines all their actions for the rest of the episode. Beatrix,
Isn't this
you
just her
become
normal-
aware that you are being played by Gwen.
This is a very odd turn of events, and not at all what I expected. Although, I think it might kind of make sense now.
You remember this happening to Red Iron before.
Are you like Benjamin? Because if I remember correctly, he kept calling Red Iron a serial killer, and I just want to know if I can expect the same treatment. Hey, B. I hate to tell you, but you're kind of a sociopath, so maybe? At least you're honest. I'll accept it. And I know that you have a lot of cats, so if you promise to boop all their snoots, we can work together. Done.
It's about that moment that all of those explosives reach their targets. Does anybody else want to try to do something to defend yourselves from this?
Dodge and weave?
Give me a defense roll.
Can I throw it back? Oh. Can I have Cosmo throw it back?
Cosmo only interacts with things violently. Stella could attempt. Clarion gets a critical fail.
I'm gonna ace that.
Yes.
This isn't looking great right now.
Shush you.
That's better. 16, nice. So Nova, what are you going to attempt? Having Stella grab it, catch it, and throw it away is going to be evoking chaos, as it is not a normal ability that is. It's tangentially related to the adherent, though.
Well, that's what it's like to fetch, and then I just have her go with it, like run off.
So,
But I would be happy to roll chaos if that gives me an advantage. If I roll chaos, could she maybe get all of them really quick?
2 applications of chaos. She might be able to grab those in midair and take them away.
Well, it's worked out really well for everyone else tonight. Let me go ahead and
All
try.
right, here's some more chaos, everybody. So Nova, go ahead and give us a chaos roll. 2 applications.
Chaos, chaos, chaos.
And give me a magical and
Oh, I didn't do magical. So it's 18 and then plus 4, so 22.
22. With the 22, you see Stella reach up really fast, jumping through the air, grab a hold of these things in their maw. And what do they attempt to do with them?
Return them.
So they go running back towards the other target. You see them begin blinking very rapidly, and multiple explosions go off at once. Nova. Stella evaporates with them.
Oh, no!
There is a blast. You feel a wrenching pain
What?
in your heart as you have had Stella disintegrated.
It's okay. She'll come back. I just have to be very aggressive until she does.
As Stella explodes, we hear Nova gasp at that. Now you'll need to roll for damage to this target. Each one of those bombs does 3d8 damage, so that is 1, 2, 3, 4 of them. So you will be rolling 12d8 damage.
My D8s just got stuck. How do I reset the dice?
Right click in the map anywhere. And
There you
then-
go.
Well,
1,
cannot
2,
compute.
3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12.
Yes.
Damn!
Boom! And you see that thing just exploded and shattered all over the ground as you've destroyed another enemy.
I don't even know how to play Nova this way. I'm gonna have to.
Kaizen.
Are you
Whoa.
okay, Nova?
That was effective.
Kaizen, you run up from behind, seeing all of your friends there, explosions going off in the distance. Nova looking quite sad at the moment. And as you walk up behind them, Clarion, you hear something approaching very quickly to your left and behind you.
Nova's not sad. She
Turn
looks
around
like
and aim my
she's gonna
gun.
eat your face.
Oh,
You turn, you see Kaizen standing there, pointing your gun at him.
Hi.
You know he went the other way.
How did you... Space magic?
Close. Long story. I will totally fill you in. I'm very sorry. Your friend is no longer with us. He was on the ground, no
I
power,
know.
and okay, good. And we need to get the hell out of here. Nyria is down there.
You
That
all
sounds
cannot.
like a bad person.
Nyria is down there. He seems to be afraid of whatever that is, saying that it's dangerous enough that you have to leave. At that point, you're hearing explosions, and you know that the sparrows are inside of this building right now.
Wait, what?
Clarion takes a moment to process, but she says, retreat is no longer an option. Our crew is now inside the building.
That is unfortunate for your crew, but the queen of the sill, is down there. The queen.
Oh, is she now?
Oh, no. Nova, we're leaving!
You can't leave, or the city of Fort Mesa is doomed.
I know. Okay, fine, let's go.
Respond.
What are you
We are
doing
not
here?
leaving. We're going, and we're gonna kill all of them. Come on, let's go.
Nyria.
I
Nyria.
really like you
Yeah.
now, Nova.
Thank
All right,
So,
let's
Nova,
go.
leaving. What about Patsy? Am I not part of the team?
Patchy, I didn't even know you were with us. You were huddled in the corner last time I saw you.
No, he had a bunch of good killing stuff, and now he's not in such a bad mood, so let's get the hell down there and blow shit up!
Yes,
What
whoever
the
this
hell
siren
happened
is
to
is
you?
gonna die!
I'm pretty
Okay.
sure chat will support us in this.
Are
They
there
seem
any
very friendly.
Are there any other bad guys visible right now?
There's a few in the distance, but none that you can see directly from your position, I don't think. Let's see, there's
Okay.
there's two of them over near the entrance.
I scared my cat.
All right. Let's
Yes,
go
you
kill
do.
Nyria again.
Apparently, this is the episode for killing things again, because
Again?
nothing stays dead!
Oh, by the way, she has Abraxas. He's her battery now and going to convert everyone into her army back over
What's
the top.
next? You'll meet Carver and we'll have to defeat him again? That would just be silly!
Who the
Funny
hell is an
story.
Abraxas?
I forgot that you didn't know you knew Carver. Yes, he's here too. Well, he was briefly, and then he had to blink out for a moment. But he's trying to return Sedna and says he has plans for the Sill to get rid of them. But we know how well we can trust him, don't we?
Who the hell is a Carver and who the hell is
Gee, go back to rocking in your corner.
He's not
Sherry said
Corner.
something about the pre-suns. I don't know what those are, though.
juice boxes!
Juice
Patchy,
boxes.
If you have anything highly incendiary, I would suggest preparing it now.
Yes. I'm wondering if we free Abraxas, he will distract Nyria.
Wait, does this place was an old laboratory that before? Was that what this was?
Yes, an old Sill facility, and it had a chamber down there that captures entities, and Abraxas thought she was weak, and he was misled, and he forced me down there, and she trapped him in the chamber, and now he's powering all of her shit.
That's what you get when you wander off by yourself! Why don't we... Maybe we could just blow the whole place up!
Why
Right?
would that is
Yes!
a good decision. Very good decision. Yes, blow it all up. Let's
Patchy, they're
wait.
But
talking about
do have to
destroying
wait till
Eidolyn.
after the sparrows come out.
The sparrows were there's sparrows in there? Why the hell are they in there?
I'm
Where
pretty
do they
sure
come
that those
from?
explosions I hear are sparrows, yes.
The sparrows are exploding down there?
The exploding
Yes.
things, we're pretty good at it. And
I just-
from what I understand, all of a sudden, we've been pretty good at it all along, except for Parlance and Cal, who really were both just not good at exploding things.
Yeah, that's Parlance could explode a thirst though with that thing. Wait, should we go? Should we go do stuff? I'm getting bored. We need to go do stuff like right now, and we need to like blow everything up because I really feel like punching something in the face. And if you don't find me something to punch in the face, I'm gonna punch somebody I don't want to punch in the face.
I
Okay,
think we
let's
should
go
go
burn it
punch
to the
some.
ground.
Let's go.
Kaizen.
Let's
I like
So,
these two.
what do you wish to do with your action, Kaizen?
Well, if I can't see any enemies right now, I am going to go into what's that thing called? Introspection.
All right, you're going into introspection. Got it.
Yes.
And we move to Patchy. Patchy, you are up now. They're all talking about destroying Eidolyn, getting rid of the only place you can get that aetheritis suspension. You know, the future of your kind and all that.
Wait, who? First we're gonna take it, then we can destroy it. Sure. What is that about? Wait, we need to first pick the Eidolyn stuff down there, then we can destroy it. It's a war.
When dealing with Syl, I have found the best strategy is to nuke it from orbit, but when you
Yes.
cannot,
See it, Sil. Kill it,
It's the
Sil.
only way to be sure.
Answer.
What?
It can solve so many like illnesses and problems. You idiots.
If
And
we
we
can
are
blow
slaying
up the
them now.
chamber Abraxas is in, it may do the trick.
To get the thing or to blow up the place?
Kill the Sill.
To give you enough of a distraction that you can get to the suspension.
Yes.
Sure. Yeah. Okay. Fine. Let's do it. Let's go.
We've got an agreement then? Let's go. As long as I get to blow something up, I don't care.
All right, so Hachi, where do you Where do you head? Are you gonna head towards the entrance? You gonna fight the remaining couple of individuals outside? What are you doing there, old scythe barb chest?
Where's the thing that I need? I'm assuming they're gonna blow up the place to distract, and then I'm gonna get the
This is the entrance down below to the actual facility. You have to get there.
Ah, and if they're there, okay. Well, the actually potion doesn't work. I can take a bunch of potions at once, right? That doesn't really do that much of a problem.
I mean, if it's anything like mixing alcohol, you'll be fine.
I'm gonna. Is it possible for me to just do a mashup pulley paste and like fling myself in there and just ignore everyone?
I mean, you can attempt to fling yourself into the hole, but you might take falling damage.
Well, I'm gonna.
McSherry says something about beer before liquor, never sicker.
All right. So you're going to create a bit of a stronger mashup polypaste?
Or I'm just gonna see. Sure, yes, I'm gonna make a stronger mashup pulley. I'm gonna make a mashup polypaste, but not use it unless I have to.
Okay. So you're going to create one and hold on to it for now.
And then I'm gonna start running towards there. I have.
All right. So that was one action. So that means you can move 5.
And I made a strong.
And there we go.
Actually, no, what? Yeah, I'm gonna make a stronger one and just hurl myself there. Why not?
Okay, so you're not gonna run. You're just gonna try to launch yourself.
All right, we're all gonna die anyways.
So you turn to launch yourself in that direction.
pessimist.
Give me a tough roll to see how successful this thing is at launching you.
Bad. I done not a booster properly.
Did we remember the last battle with her? Because I do.
19! Excellent. How many special ingredients did you add? 1 or 2?
How much would I need to get there?
That is 11 away. So 1 will get you there on a high enough roll. 2 will very easily launch you all the way.
2.
All right. So you drink them both?
I've collected a lot of special ingredients. I'm also gonna take one of these glowing eyes from these sills as another special ingredient.
Okay. So as you go to launch yourself across the distance, would you like to take your side effect? The user shrinks in size by half, but gains that in body weight, looking more like a beach ball.
Wait, what? Say that again.
Spinning like a wrecking ball.
You have to eat 1 ration a scene or gain 3 distractions for the rest of the episode, and you'll shrink half size in height and twice as much in width and look like a beach ball shape.
Will I bounce like a beach ball, making me not like
possibly.
We'll dribble you to safety.
Just bouncing patch. I mean, you were balloons before. Why not be a beach ball?
Wait, that's true. But what would be the positive version of this?
A positive version of this, I would make you bouncy, and if you didn't eat, you wouldn't gain distractions. You would just be grumpy.
Yes.
Oh, good
Fine.
lord.
I'll do it. I'll bounce. It seems like it's the best way for me to get through there. I'm a bouncy little beach ball rat with mantis arms protruding from my body.
So Patchy reaches into his cauldron,
Terrifying.
grabs out this thick viscous sludge and slugs it down, and then you see him just kind of, and something comes out of his mouth, spins over his body and kicks him, and then you see him shrink in size and start spinning as an ovular shape, and then he starts bouncing off the walls of the tunnel that he goes down inside of.
Please tell me someone else saw that.
That's new.
Definitely saw that.
Okay.
Apparently he almost became a bowling ball, though. Whatever that is.
Are you sure he is not part kobold?
I wouldn't be surprised.
The individual entities around the entranceway that just watch Patchy launch himself into the hole and kind of bounce down below, kind of turn and look, and they turn back towards everybody else. It's like, I'm not catching up to that thing. And starts moving forward a little bit. There's one more there.
What if I'm actually a kobold and I'm just too insane to not realize it?
This whole time.
What a twist!
It was a twist. It was the whole time.
It was right in front of us the whole time.
So
Another
Carrot
smaller-
became Nohu, who became Patchy, who became Red Iron. Got it.
There it is.
So this other gnome-looking one kind of rushes on the edge of the bridge, brings up one arm, and just fires it off at Nova.
What did I do?
It gets a 25 to shoot you.
Damn.
Can I move?
You can attempt to defend, yeah. Go ahead and roll a defense.
Let's see, what's my best move here? What is my defense? Okay, I guess I'll try to move out of the way.
All right. Defense roll, and 21.
21?
Not high enough. You're about to get hit.
What was the roll target?
25.
Dang.
It blasts you in the left
Fine.
leg,
Ow!
and you take 9 points of damage to the left leg.
Just takes a wound on the leg.
Your armor could reduce that damage by half, or are you just going to take a wound and not take
I'm going to take a wound because I'm going to Xena yell about it.
Blam! All right, you take a wound to your left leg and just turn injured. Nova gets a cure light wounds from Agile Mech. Unnecessary. Nova didn't take any damage.
Well,
Just took a
he
wound.
didn't know that when he gave me the thing, so I could just go ahead and take that as damage.
I
then
suppose
roll
you
that.
you could do that instead.
Because lag.
Lag, yes.
Mhm.
So that would have been 9 damage that you would have taken to the left leg, and you gained back 3 health. So that would only be 6 damage total.
Okay. Which can be absorbed by my armor.
Your
correct?
armor can take out half of it, yeah. So
I'll
that
take
means
3
you'll
damage.
take 3 damage to your hit points.
Okay, I'll take 3 then, I guess. But I'm
Alright.
still going to Xena yell about it.
You just roar. Give us your best Xena yell.
No, because I can't
Alright,
do
fine.
it quietly.
Alright, fine.
Come on.
Clarion, you are up. There's one little Nomi-like thing over that bridge, not too
It's hard
far
to do
away. That just
one-handed.
blasted Nova.
So rude.
Shooter.
Shoot! Ha!
If you are going to fire at that target, they are 10 away, which would be outside of your weapon's normal range.
Chaos!
Believe. No, your PDO range is 12. You can reach it from there.
Cool.
Giving it an attack. Give me an attack roll. The opponent gets a 12 to avoid you. And you strike. PDO fires, hitting it in the right leg, dealing 6 points of damage. And unfortunately, bad little roll. But it kind of staggers a little bit. You have 1 standard action remaining. What do you wish to do with that one?
Can I shoot her again?
PDOs can only fire once per round.
I take out my Addison Sparrow pistol.
All right.
It has a sparrow etched into it.
Fire off the Sparrow pistol. In the other hand, give us another attack. The opponent this time gets a 18 to avoid you. You hit. Go ahead and roll for damage. You shoot that right in the chest for 4. Couple of big hits. Well, not really big hits. Couple of hits. We'll say that.
Decent hits.
Decent hits. Beatrix, you are up. You're hiding behind a box to the side.
Solid.
There's a gun mounted on a little thing that's swiveling back and forth in front of you. You can sort of see the thing that fired at Nova, but there's a bunch of boxes and rocks and things kind of in the way.
Okay, look, you're controlling me, but I don't think you're doing a very good job of it. Can you at least look and see what I can do? All right, Miss Sassy. Let's see. I'm kind of looking at a taste of power, which would have Zep help you move faster and be stronger and do more damage. Let's go with that. Does that work for you? Yeah, I think that encompasses everything that I want to achieve. So let's go with that and run at the people who are shooting at Nova. That's not very acceptable.
Unlimited power!
You feel energy coursing through your body, B, as you get a small amount of Zep's energy transferred directly to you. You now have bonus movement. You can fire energy. You can fire wind blades that are stronger now, basically.
Okay, I think she's going to move. Let's see here. She's going to move up to these crates here, and then shoot wind blades at the gnome.
Up to where I moved you to?
I was thinking the ones further to the right.
To these ones?
Yes.
Okay.
Those ones right there.
And then
Perfect.
Whoosh, give us the attack. It's on the abilities tab for the attack on that one.
Yeah.
The opponent attempts to stay out of the way, having been attacked twice. It only gets a 7 to avoid. You strike. Roll for damage. Powerful blades of energy whip down your arm out into the distance. Shearing and tearing occur as you strike this thing and tear off bits and pieces of its chest. Mechanics are starting to appear under, or mechanical components are appearing underneath. It is seriously damaged.
See, we work much better when you pay more attention to what I can do. I'm not actually 12, you know.
Nova, you are up. You can fire with your clockwork device if you want to do that, but it's out of range, so it will be at a negative.
Can I grab it and run and like kneel down right here while yelling and use it to like say hello to my little friend kind of deal?
Yeah. So you're gonna put it down on the ground in front of you there.
Yeah.
You just move it over and then it fires. Bang!
Mhm.
Shot goes off again. It gets a 12. The opponent has been attacked so many times. It critically succeeds against this threat because of a massive failure. So go ahead and roll the damage of your mother's gun and double it again. That is 3. 6 points of damage.
But they got a crit, so does that make 12?
It would be 6 total because it's 3.
Oh, okay, that was double, and then double again for the crit fail.
Well, no, because the gun didn't crit. It was a crit fail on the opponent's part.
I know, but the clockwork sentry before you had me roll the die and then the damage and then times it by 2.
The clockwork sentry got an 8. The opponent critically failed, so that only gave you 1 times 2, not 2 times 2s. So it has dropped this one off the side. It falls into the gap below and is destroyed. Congratulations, another one is gone. Nova, you have 1 standard action remaining because all you did was move something.
Well, that's not all I did, but I guess that's true. Is B okay?
I mean, are we ever really okay? Because, look, so Red Iron told me about these people, and they turn out to be real, and my mind is a little bit blown, but thanks, KM Steer, for your support. I really appreciate it.
Beatrix, please, avoid this. This is a disturbing track of conversation.
You don't even know, Belle. It's really weird, and there's this guy Ty who's like a brilliant madman, and he just really likes throwing us in these weird situations and seeing how we react.
Sounds like a real asshole.
You're telling
I'm overly
me.
aggressive. I'm playing my character. Okay, so how are we supposed to get down to the underground?
There's the big hole in the middle. That's all you gotta do to go. Or you can jump down through the cracks in the side of this and hope you end up there.
Well, I guess I'm just gonna jump.
You're gonna run and jump?
I don't have my logical fun side. It has evaporated. All I have is the Cosmo aggressive, get things done dumbly thing. I guess that I'm gonna get down the hole, you know, like.
Alright. So you run and jump down the nearest hole, or are you gonna run towards the big hole?
Where Patchy went.
Alright. So you're sprinting over in that direction. Give me a strong roll to see if you can just leap at the hole.
You know, leaping would be more of an agility thing than a
No,
strength
you have to
thing,
have
right?
strong legs to jump far. Sorry.
I'll just roll my -4 then.
That's a
Boing,
13.
bitch!
You're able to jump the final little bit, and your feet like catch on some of the debris, and you start spinning end over end. But you're now going down the hole. Another one of the sill nearby just kind of turns and looks
Chicken!
and starts moving. They see B there, and you see it turn, bring up an arm, and it brings out this large circular object on the tip of it that opens up and fires out some sort of netting at you.
Don't make me shoot lightning at you again. That worked really well last time.
That is a 19 to catch you with this net.
Now that we have the capabilities, Maria would like us to capture your zip.
That is a critical
I
failure.
don't think that's okay. I think I should use my last ace, shouldn't I? Yeah, B, I think I agree. Here we go.
That is a 7.
That's not much better, but at least I didn't critically fail, I guess.
Got an
So
ace.
this
You got an ace?
netting, Agile Mech provided B an ace.
Oh, thank you, Eldrin. I really appreciate it. Here's hoping I do better.
Nat 20.
Yes. You got it. You know who random die, and that's what it was.
Exactly.
So-
Red Iron told me that the chat was really lucky and helped him out a lot, and I see he was right. Thanks, everybody.
So B, you can either find some way to maneuver this netting in a direction towards you, causing the sill to come down the hole in front of you instead of being caught in the netting, or your character finds that they are far more slippery than they've been in the past, and it becomes much harder to entangle you.
I have to say that we enjoyed the swimming with meat, right? Right, B? Oh, yeah, that was a lot of fun. So I'm leaning towards going with the more slippery, so that you can continue to be slippery in things other than just meat. What do you think? Yeah, I can see the advantage of that. Let's go with that one. We're gonna go with number 2, Ty.
All right, so you're able to leap to the side, crawl out of one of the netting's holes, and get out of it there. You now have a +2 permanently to resist entangle rolls. Put that on the notes section of your sheet. And that was the actions of this threat. I don't see another one nearby that is close enough to do anything right now. And it is Kaizen's turn. You see Nova rush forward, put down her sentry, fires off, her mother's gun still sitting on it back here. She turns and leaps in the hole in the middle, following after Patchy.
Great.
Grab
I'm
my
going
gun.
to go into slow decision
Okay.
and look at the scenario.
Grab my
Gosh,
gun.
yes, I will grab your gun. You're welcome. Well, I can't make it all the way to that hole that she jumped down.
I mean,
Okay, well.
there's always know whose knife.
I know, I thought about that. Okay, fine. I am first and foremost. Can I see this dude? I can see that dude.
Yes, you can see him. He's pretty far away at the moment, but you can see him.
Is that within my bow range?
Your bow range is not 17. No.
No. Okay. Oh my gosh. I am going to use my first of 3 actions to move 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. There.
Zoop.
I am going to 1 breath release and shoot that fool.
Okay. You fire. Give us an attack. The opponent
Okay.
gets a 6 to 20 to avoid your attack.
20.
And you get a 14.
Boo.
That's not going to do it.
close to the end of the episode. I'm using my last ace.
Last ace, all right.
For the love of God.
That didn't work.
Okay, for my last action, I pull out Know Who's dagger. Oh, Lord. Okay, Know Who, I trust you. And I just run my finger down the buttons and hurl the thing.
As you hold on to it and go to throw it, give me a brains roll and get higher than a 5.
Doke. Brains.
Barely. As you run your hands across the button and you go to throw it, a little cuff appears around your wrist, and the dagger pulls forward. Oh no, Know Who's dagger works. It critically works. It even screams like Know Who while it flies. Screw the roll, as Shulmek says. Well, it critically works as in Know Who would want it to, as the rockets attached to it go launching you by your arm in a direction. You are flying towards your opponent, which puts you towards the hole.
Put me in the hole! Hole in one!
Give me an agile roll to try to target yourself towards the hole.
Holes and cracks.
Oh,
Wow.
no!
Okay, you're gonna slam into a wall or miss
Bring
the
it.
hole. Your choice.
Can
You
I
wanna?
catch him?
You dived down it quite a while before, so.
But he's being rocketly propelled, and I might have, stopped myself halfway down, realizing the folly of my decision.
I'll take the wall if that's not an option.
All right. Yeah, you aren't able to be reached by Nova, who is currently falling too far down to do that. But you are going to slam into the wall, so here comes some damage from the distance. You're taking 20 points of damage from slamming into the wall so hard before falling. How do you wish to take that damage? It is enveloping damage, so you could take it as wounds or hit point damage.
I'm just gonna go down to 8 hit points. It's
All right.
fine.
You slam into
Well,
the
it's not
wall
like you're
and
gonna
realize
need hit points when you land.
that's gonna be a bruise, and you fall down the tunnel
Yeah.
after everybody else.
Do I still have a cuff?
Do you still have a cuff on? Yeah, it's still attached to your arm. There is a cure light wound sent to Kaizen.
Oh, thank you.
I
That
these
is
people
4
don't seem
health.
to realize that I can only compensate for their bad decisions with so much healing.
This is a badass dagger. I think you know who, even though I
I-
got hurt again.
I don't think they're used to
Well-
having a healer, really, Clarion.
So, Patchy,
That
you
would
have
be pretty accurate.
bounced down below, and when you finally come to a stop, you see one of your old haunts. Memories flood back into your mind a long time ago. You standing inside of these offices, working alongside of individuals, training, studying. Back when you were a wee alchemist, before you actually had a lot of the skills you have now. You remember staring into the beakers. You remember staring into the beakers. You remember seeing your own gaze looking back at you, your red and green eyes, and all of the work that you've done. So you know this complex. This is near a section that was off limits to you because you didn't have clearance for it quite a while ago. As you have bounced to a stop down here, you hear gunshots. You see robotics fly blasted around you throughout the room, and a mighty hammer with a rocket attached to it crushes the skull of one of these robotic figures in front of you before a half orc, half machine steps around the corner. And Nova, as you crash to the floor and your legs kind of bend in the awkward way up around your spine, and then you come
You
to a
mean in a
stop.
perfect superhero pose?
Exactly. You find yourself standing up slightly as you see Donnie standing there.
Clarion's thingy blow up yet?
Nova? Is that you?
Johnny?
What are you doing here?
Are you a bad guy? They're robot bad guys. I'll beat you if they're robot bad guy. Done it.
Do you know who
No,
this
I'm not a
is?
bad guy. I'm just down here with the other sparrows and...
And you see right behind him, Nohu standing there with Kiara and Clay. I messed up my voice, Agile Mech. Ugh.
So to answer Patchy's question, yeah, I know this guy. He was part of the crew I was on before. And then the other thing, who else is with him?
Nohu and Kiara and Clay.
No, Kiara, Clay! Fuck!
There you are, my test subject!
So Kaizen then crashes down behind you behind everybody.
Oh my god!
Look who we found!
What? What? Ah! I give Nohu a huge hug and say, your dagger saved me!
In light of
Thank
time,
Kiara.
I do want to apologize, but I'm going to make Bee and Clarion come down the hole very quickly as well.
You have no choice!
We see
I think
Bee
that's fair.
just zip past, wind blast up, and then superhero poses like Nova intended to do.
And
Inside,
Clarion is sitting side saddle on the boo-boo box and just flies.
floating down until you land near the bottom. You can see Donnie there. You see Nohu. You see the others, and he turns to you.
There you two are. I was really concerned about you when we saw you go over the side.
I mean, I was concerned too, Donnie. I'm so happy to see you. But now I know so much more about the world, and I'm both more and less concerned. It's kind of odd.
Well, we need to get you back to the captain. This way. They're under threat. We were just looking for... I don't know, we got cut off and... It's bad. It's really bad. There's...
I expected as much.
Who's the captain?
Let's go save Leifei.
Leifei, yeah. An elf. I don't know if you know him.
Doubtful.
Came from Miocenis, long time ago. How you been, by the way? You've been gone for like 5 years.
Oh, we're talking. I thought you were like wrapping things up, and that was like the end and ... Yeah, no. I been fine. I was in a time loop for a little while. Right now, I'm feeling really aggressive, so I apologize if I'm coming off as intense.
We'll take it out on all of the robots down here. I'm sure that would go well.
Okay.
And
Can someone take
with
take
that,
me forward because my rotund form is
Tip.
my back and I can't. Okay, thank you.
Actually,
Roll
just like
check.
with the ball of her foot, kind of just lifts her, like pushes him up a little bit.
Don't you dare try to dribble me like a soccer ball.
I was thinking about it, but I'm not going to. But I want to.
So at that point,
I'm sorry.
you hear, Donnie grab a hold of Bee and grab a hold of Clarion, and they head off trying to find their allies while you have reunited with some of yours. And you must reach the Eidolyn suspension next week.
Oh,
to be
Kiara, Clay,
continued.
look at the amazing weapons you have on you. And look at that really
You're
cool
not
gear.
bringing that into.
That's canon now.
Uh-huh.
Yeah.
Yep.
All
I'm
right,
impressed.
everybody. All right.
Diarrhea weapons.
Oh, yeah. Oh, you have still killing weapons? Neat.
Yeah.
Neat.
Did that thing blow up yet? Ty?
You are all silly. Yes, the explosion is going to go off at the beginning of next episode. So, thank you two for joining us and being part of this crazy event tonight. I hope that it served you well. I'm glad to see that Gren, you've stopped stuttering and freezing in place for a good portion of
I'm
tonight's event,
very
so-
happy that I was able to get back to normal in time to introduce B to everybody.
So if you like these two characters, see more of them on Sparrows normally on Fridays at 6 Pacific Standard Time. But tomorrow we have the other part of the crossover event happening. So be there for that. And no, you are not safe. I did not say what state Clay and Kiara and Nohu were in when they arrived.
Fortunately, I did.
You,
Gotcha.
you
Yes,
don't get to
you
make
did.
things up like that.
What an
That's
awkward
not how
moment when
that
Nohu's like, I'm
Hold
glad
on.
we're reunited, but later, guys.
I mean, I thought this was collaborative storytelling, but whatever.
Nope, this is
Yeah.
this is
I'm
the
not
Tide Power
allowed.
Hour. I control everything. I am God. I don't let any. And all the dice rolls are fake.
Who
We're Matthew
feels like
Mercering this
revolting?
thing right up right
Anybody?
now.
Anybody?
Uh,
Okay. Snon's in.
Yeah.
hey,
I mean,
hey.
I'm just saying that B is now the high priestess in the cult of meat, so
The cult
that's
of
got to be
meat,
worth
yes.
something.
yes!
Don't Google that.
Jeez. Don't Google that. All right, so we're gonna go around the table. We're gonna give us our social stuff. Give us what your favorite moments from tonight were, and then we'll move on from there. So, as usual, we'll roll a die to see who goes first. In this case, it's going to be 1, 2, 3. It's Steven this time. Steven Kaisen, give us your stuffs.
Hello, I am Eldevian Devil. You can find me across all of the platforms. You can also find me here Tuesdays, co-hosting Roll Charisma with Shannon over there. You can find me on Thursdays playing this crazy-ass game, since I didn't die today. And you can find me on the off Thursdays playing Monster Hearts, which is also a fun, good time. And it's been curious to see what happened to my character, because I couldn't be in the last episode.
We went
however,
to the Fey realm.
I'm here for it. I wish we could be in the Fey realm right now instead of in this terrible cave, but whatever. Favorite part of tonight? Well, I guess it would be not dying and getting rid of all of the people in my head. Like, I'm free and clear, you guys.
You're free and clear.
It's gonna be so lonely.
I know, but if Abraxas gets out, hopefully he saw that I tried to save him, because I don't need him and Nyrio gunning for my death. But hey, that's for another week. So yeah, that's me.
We'll move from there to Sinan Patchy. Your turn.
Hello, everyone. My name is Sinan. Playing Patchy. What was the thing? Like, favorite thing from the episode?
Favorite thing from tonight.
I mean, turning into a ball was really funny. Meeting characters from another show was great. All the cats on every screen was amazing, and throwing shade at whoever that Cal person, I guess, was fun. And guilting a particular audience member for all the wrongdoings they did, and making them think that they could undo them with a single +1 was also kind of cool, I guess.
Well,
kidding. I love that person.
I'm sure we'll be seeing plenty of that person soon. So, yeah, we'll move on from there to Shannon Nova.
Yeah, Shannon Nova. I play Shannon in regular day, and then I play Nova in on the Thursdays, and then basically everything that Steven said. We do all of the same things online. So, yeah. But let's see, my favorite part. I liked all the parts. I kind of
fun episode.
This episode.
Yeah.
I don't know. I wanted to enjoy being like aggressive Nova, but it hit me so fast that I didn't know how to like make it happen. So I just kind of got a deep voice and yelled like I was roid raging or something. I don't know why, but that's what came out. That was fun, but all of it was fun. I actually really, I think my favorite part was getting to help Patchy with the kill and not have him know that I helped. I think that was a super dope moment.
That was good.
Like, yay! So yeah, really fun to play with you guys too on here. I don't know why it always feels weird with crossover episodes, but then doesn't at all. Like it feels like you guys are always here. So,
well, it helps that Nova's a sparrow.
That's true. We're all just pirates.
Once a pirate, always a pirate.
That's true. If only Cal was around somewhere, but guess he couldn't make it.
He's in orbit right now, okay? That's all there is to it.
He's what?
He's in orbit right now.
Oh, in orbit. I thought you said something like Forbit or something, and I'm like, what the hell is that?
He's in the city of Forbit.
Forbit.
That's just like Rearbit, but not quite as bad.
Rearbut? That sounds like somewhere that Kaizen's crack would hang out.
Rearbut.
You leave my crack out of this.
All right.
Trying to suck things into it.
And Gwen,
it's
you're
thirsty.
up now.
Hello, everybody. I am Gwen, also known as McSherry, and B, which is super exciting now that we know about each other. You can normally find me over there in chat on Thursdays, helping out, and on Sparrows on Fridays. But this week I get to reverse those two, which is kind of fun and exciting. Favorite moment of the game? Can I just say yes? All of it was a blast. I loved getting to play with all of you. I think the introduction scene where, we got into the fight with your driver and then ended up all piled into the back of the car was brilliant. And I really, really enjoy the fact that now B knows all of this is going on, and that's going to lead to some very interesting conversations next week, I think. It'll be fun.
That stuff's gonna start fading away after
Yeah.
this next
Talk quick. Although the last person that had that happen ended up dying shortly thereafter. So.
It's true.
And I'm definitely hoping, and so is B, that does not happen, because honestly, I just have a lot to accomplish right now. I've got a lot on my plate. I have to get more powerful, and I know I'm not going to die because Zep told me I'm not going to die. But I'd rather not die yet. Ty, thanks.
Oh, right, of course. Right, moving from there right along to Nora and Clarion Bell. Liberty Bell,
Hello.
excuse me.
Well, it's not permanent. Hello, I am Nora, aka Eidolyn. I have been your robot medic, Clarion Bell. Trying out a new moniker. Maybe just disguising her identity a little bit ineffectually because she's on Miocenis and she doesn't want her old master to find out. And incredibly concerned that Beatrix is now also telling her that there are mysterious people puppeting all of us.
Yeah.
Just very concerned.
That's the second time that's happened that you're aware of.
Uh-huh. Yeah.
It's
not no. She's definitely like you can see the cogs whirring in her mind. Literally. So yes, you can find me on Sparrows on Fridays, playing the self-same robot, and also on Monster Hearts on our off weeks, which is a hell of a ton of fun, where I play the most bean of beans, Avery, who's learning to stand up for themselves. And on Cornfields and Kobolds, where I play Quaylina Firetree, a Eladrin bard who just makes a lot of excuses to go and romance. We'll call it romance. We'll be generous and call it romance.
Romance.
And favorite parts, I'm going to highlight two. Definitely where Beatrix pulled out her drawings of burning everything to the ground. Clarion was very proud. And telling the sill off.
It was a good one.
Yeah.
All right, everybody, that has been our game for tonight. Hope you have enjoyed it. I do apologize for any slowness on my part. I didn't get a lot of sleep last night. But this has been a great time, as it always is, and this has been a great cast. And like they always are, I am very blessed to have all of you playing games at the table with me and enjoying this crazy game that we play and having fun. And the audience, love you all. Thank you for sticking around, for playing in these with us, for using up all of your channel points, unfortunately. And yeah, stick around for raid afterwards. You can catch me, Star, on Twitter and Twitch. And check out my game if you want. I got the hardcover out now, and I've got
click on the Kickstarter link that I just put in the chat.
Kickstarter is taking up lots of time as well.
Expansions, one
yes.
shots. The Ikata and the Still Mind there.
And the Brewster.
And the Brewster.
And the Bulwark, which Amos is.
Oh.
So I'm getting very close to actually meeting another goal of an additional class that I would be adding in, which would be voted in by the community that does so. So if you want to support some of that, go for it. I would greatly appreciate it. And other than that, everybody, have a wonderful night. Thanks for watching.